What's up? What's up? What's up? DC here, BFAM 19.6. We are here for Get Money Sports, June 8th, 2024. In the house, I got my boy King Kunta in the house.
What's going on, sports fans? We in this beach.
Oh, it's that quick. How was the ride in today? You had the longest ride in. How was it today?
Oh, man, actually, I learned that if I leave a little bit early, like an hour early, smooth traffic. Yes, I said an hour early. So
Even on Saturdays?
even on Saturdays, man. It's 285 in Atlanta. It's crazy, man. You know, one time, I got stuck during the show, and I had to turn right back around.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
I do remember you were late that day, though.
Yeah, I didn't even show up. You saw me turn back around. That's how long I was in traffic.
That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
And I got my son here, Kyle Clark, chef down at Aspen Signature Steakhouse. How you doing today, son?
Man, I'm doing good.
How was your ride in today?
It was free.
That's
my dad, DC, picked me up.
That's exactly how it goes. I was about to say, you say anything about traffic, you didn't do nothing today. And hey, superstar in the house. Been on. How long you been on the air, Chris? I tried to say 30 years plus in Atlanta sports radio. I got Chris Domino here. Chris, little accolades. Who are you?
Yeah, it's a great question. My wife, we're trying to figure it out this many years in. 30 years, 31 actually, living in the city of Atlanta, 31 on the air. Radio, Falcons pre and post for about 10 years. Braves pregame for about 11 now. And a whole lot of stuff in and around.
Oh, facts.
Around that.
All facts.
Yeah, by the way, the Department of Transportation is not a sponsor, is it?
No.
Okay.
And if they were, if they could call in though.
I didn't make friends a couple of weeks ago when I decided to let them know what I thought about the roads around.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So, Chris, you've been here a long time. This segment is sponsored by Gatorade Sports Drink. Remind you that ethics are something we should all practice. When you give everything, Gatorade always gives back. When 285 expanded at the Olympics, you're an Atlantean.
Yeah.
You were excited.
Yeah.
It's going to be better.
Sure.
What happened?
Too many more people kept coming.
I mean, there can't be more people, can it?
I tell we're closed. I'm a Southerner now. I got the blessing from Jeff Van Note and Furman Bishop, two longtime Southerners. They weren't like this to me. I'm a true son of the South now. People say, how often you go home? I say, every night. How about you? Because I know what they mean, but I'm here. I met my wife here. My daughters are raised here. So I'm from here. And I've had buddies come down, and especially in the 90s when Buckhead was Buckhead. And I'd say after 3 days, you got to go now. Unless you want to go get your own apartment, you got to go now. But they couldn't believe it. They were like, what's that? I said, that's a blonde. We didn't have blondes in New Jersey. That's another blonde. So they were just amazed. This was like a whole other country coming down here 30 years ago.
Facts.
Yeah.
All facts.
I don't want to go back.
I don't blame you. I've been there a couple times. I don't know. It's a lot. That's a good word.
You got to work for your heart attack.
If you're from the South, going up north is a lot. That's a great word.
You got to work for your heart attack here. Up there, you can just catch one.
Okay, that's a good analyzation there. So Chris actually works upstairs. He's got a show called Hardball at 8 o'clock on Saturday mornings. And so I thought, once I get him down here one time, you know what? I'm going to make a segment. Draw him down here. Maybe he'll stop down here for Ask Domino once in a while. So we're going to have a new segment here called Ask Domino on Get Money Sports. And basically whoever's on the panel gets to go ahead and ask Domino any question they want. So Chris, started off here. Accolades you care about the most on your career?
Furman Bishop, long-time Atlanta writer, long time. He's involved in more stuff, going all the way back to getting professional sports teams here. Long-standing media credential at the Masters. Sat down and taught. He basically, when sports came to the South, Furman Bishop was one of the lead dogs. So I won the Furman Bishop Award many years ago. And there were a couple of people who all of a sudden brought up, that guy's from New Jersey. How's he winning that award so quickly? And Furman Bishop just basically said, because I said so. And that's sort of like being a made man. I'm Italian. Like, I know what that means.
Exactly.
When certain people say, you're good.
You're good.
You're good. And Furman Bishop was.
You're good then.
Yeah, I was good. A lot of people. Jeff Van Note's another guy.
Great name.
Jeff Van Note says, you're good. You're good. Yeah.
These are all huge names in media and communications here.
And there used to be these things called Air Awards. And we got a few of those. We did an interview with O.J. Simpson. We picked up an Air Award. We got a few of those. Myself and Nick Cellini, and it's been a hell of a run. Media Media, when you get a media credential,
It is.
it's like adult
because
Christmas.
they're rare.
It's like
It
adult
is.
Christmas.
It is.
I
I only got one.
tell
I
you,
interviewed Bobby Brown, and I got one award, and that's all I got in 12 years.
Mm.
But I remember it.
Dr. Bobby Brown.
No, Bobby Brown.
Oh, Bobby Brown, the rapper.
Yeah.
The artist.
Actually,
Okay.
let's get this
That's
straight.
okay,
He was
yeah.
in here for his book.
Okay.
That book that he wrote, it was
Okay.
terrible.
Yeah.
But I got an accolade for that. So
All right.
you know
All
what?
right, there
Bobby
you go.
Brown.
Yeah, but
Bobby Brown.
accolades in radio are huge because you don't get very many. Why do you
Yeah.
think that is?
I, you know what? I've never cared, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I haven't thought about it. That's a good question. I mean, they do their own stuff. There's a National Radio Hall of Fame, and they have things like I don't know. To me, like it's really different. I do the show and I don't listen to it again, and that doesn't
Wow.
make bosses happy.
Mhm.
Facts. You
But-
don't listen to your show back?
No.
Why?
No. Is that? I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't listen to it when
religiously
He
do.
knows what the hell he's talking about.
I don't listen to it when I'm doing it. I
Hardly change or edit anything.
I have people come up to me and say, "Hey, 6 years ago you got." I was like, "We did, we did." So, but I will say the things that do stick out for me. It's why hardball is interesting. So we talk every day about what's going on. I root for storylines.
Facts.
I root for storylines just as much as people.
Mhm.
But some of the conversations, and I don't like the word interview. I call them conversations. But Chuck Yeager, we spoke to two guys who went to the moon. We spoke to astronauts. We did an O.J. Simpson.
Mhm.
Told him we thought he killed two people.
Mhm.
Like we told him that. A 45-minute interview. Those are the ones like to me. I really
Facts.
enjoy.
Mhm.
I enjoy that. We've had a wide variety. Sir Edmund Hillary, first guy up top of Mount Everest. We spoke to him. He was in New
Oh,
Zealand,
wow.
lived in New Zealand. So those are the things that I've always I get excited. Ted Williams and people like that. It's been amazing to have a conversation to hear oral history,
Mhm.
because the problem is a lot of these guys
Are
are
both,
dying,
yeah.
and a lot of these stories go away once they do. And
Yeah.
that's why I think in our business, you should be hunting down people to speak to.
Mm.
With all due
Facts.
respect to Bobby Brown, he's got a story to tell. He wrote a book, but there are people out there that you should go, wow, that's an interesting story. He might not be the biggest name, but that's an interesting story. You just want people to hear stories.
Facts. I totally agree with you. King Kuta, question for Chris. Ask Tamino anything you want.
So what got you into this line of work right here?
I came down to Atlanta to go to chiropractic school. I was a caller. The station 680 The Fan was just a few months old, and I
Mhm.
grew up listening to sports talk radio up in New York.
Okay.
And I called in to a guy named Scott Farrell. Scotty still does work in the industry. He was the first Thrashers announcer. And I called in a couple of times, and his producer, a program director, came down from Philadelphia and said, I'm looking for something. I don't know what it is. He says, there's this guy that calls like every 3 weeks. I don't even know his name. Scott just calls him Jersey. And what was funny is I hung up on Farrell one time.
Mm.
He asked me a question, and I said, we're not at that point in a relationship. And I hung up, and his
Ooh.
producer thought it was hilarious.
Wow.
So the next time I called, they said, "What we want?" And I went to a 5-person tryout on a Sunday night, and the guy who was supposed to get the job, he thought he had it. This was just a formality. There's 3 guys sitting to his right, and I'm the only one to his left. And I swear to God, we're doing a 3-hour show on Sunday night, and I could feel him turning his back on me, like as the show's going on.
Mm-hmm.
We went to break after the first hour. I said, listen, I don't know you, you don't know me. I said, but I just became your worst nightmare. And he said, excuse me? I said, don't worry about it. And then as he started to turn his chair to me, those next 2 hours, I kept looking at him going, don't bother. Like, don't bother. You can go for it. And I just really got mean.
Mm.
Like I got mean. It was an educated mean, but I got mean.
Mm.
They called me that Tuesday, and the guy who was down here from Philly, the new program director, said, yeah, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm going to school full time. So I worked full time in the radio, did morning drive in a top 10 market right out of the gate, which is unheard of.
Mm.
Then I did afternoon drive while I was still going to school full time. So
Oh, wow.
I was a caller.
Okay.
It's very crazy.
Oh,
And I
wow.
feel bad for people who go to real schools, communication degrees. They asked me to come to speak at these colleges, and I'm like, you don't want me to speak.
And you gonna tell the truth.
Yeah, well, the problem is, hey, good luck to you. I didn't do any of this.
Right.
Broadcast school. Yeah, sorry. Hey, good luck to you. I didn't do any of this.
That's kind of funny because I just got hired by the city of Smyrna. And I don't know if you know, this is the only uncensored radio station in America.
No, what does that
24
even mean?
You can say
It means you can say anything you want on here.
Bitch. I like
I-
that.
In other words, like your boss, you
Yeah.
have to answer to FCC. I'm the FCC.
I say
Let
this.
it out.
I say this all the time. We should get 1 day a week
To cuss.
We don't have to follow the rules. I don't want to do it just to do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
but I
That's
should
what
have
you
the
need.
right to do it.
Absolutely.
Actually, that's kind of a form of therapy, though.
No doubt.
It's a form of therapy.
It is. I actually come
Yeah,
down.
but-
I started at a sensation
Yeah.
station, and I had to keep my mouth clean. Wasn't good at it. Wasn't good at sensation station bucket. When I started, I bought a piece of satellite. Started on my own. I'm my own FCC.
That's interesting. So
It's growing. It's slowly growing.
all right. Well, listen, you got a leg up on a lot of terrestrial radio, and the fact that again, it's like going to see a comic. I'm not impressed that you can every word. You know every word that oh, that's a little bit taboo. But when you use them correctly, or because it's emotional, then to me, at least, it's how I sound when I'm walking around. It's how my buddies and I sound at a game or a bar.
Facts.
I think the only problem I have with radio is even TV is loosened up a little bit. In terms of what you're allowed to say and what you're not, certain time of the day and everything else. And I just say it's the one thing. I don't even know why the FCC has that. Now you want to put a warning on before a show, saying, "Hey, by the way, you might hear language." That should be sufficient enough.
Well,
you get to
I mean,
choose.
right now, our pioneer, and I don't like him. I'm not trying to endorse him in any way. Pat McAfee.
Mhm.
He is our radio icon right now. I don't care that he's on TV now.
Yeah.
He is the guy that's going to help
We'll
us
see.
Italian
We'll see.
cussers.
We'll see.
I mean, he's cussing on. He's
we'll
cussing
see,
on
though.
ESPN.
But he's also he's powerful enough to walk to the edge now and cross over the line.
Oh, he's going to shut down.
But there's going to be a day when somebody's going to say that one wasn't worth it.
Well, everybody's the world now is like so sensitive now. You can't say
Oh,
now
no
you're
doubt.
offending this person, you're offending that person.
Yeah.
You gotta be.
Listen, I'd like to say I don't go personal very often. I'm not a big take a personal shot. But there's things like the Department of Transportation. If I was allowed to say what I wanted to that day, or if there's things that I hear, there's a couple of people that I kind of look at, and not in the political world, in the sports world, or the business world, and I'd like to be able to say what I'd like to say, but we can't.
Okay.
Facts.
So it's self-censoring.
Facts. Kyle, you got a question for Mr. Domino? And if you're listening here, you got a question, Domino. It's 678-383-4378. Call in, ask a question.
So, I hear that you've interviewed Willie Mays.
Yeah.
3 or 4 different times.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Your favorite fact from one of his interviews and why?
So Willie was a little bit cantankerous
Facts.
in his day, and certainly as he got older. But I don't want to say is there a charm to that, but you knew that going in. Ted Williams, it took me 2 years to set up a conversation with Ted Williams. Willie, once I did it once, it was easier to get the second and third because he must have enjoyed it. Now, Willie's not going to tell you he enjoyed it. I
Facts.
don't think he's going to really, but he
Facts.
said yes 2 more times. So that was interesting because I thought it might have been a one-off. My dad said he was the greatest player he ever saw, but my dad was a Brooklyn Dodger fan. So for my dad hated the Yankees, didn't like the Giants, but he said Willie Mays is the greatest player I've ever seen. He comes back to the Mets in 1973 when I'm 10. Now, I didn't see Willie Mays at his best, but my father was genuinely excited that Willie Mays was coming to finish his career in New York for a guy who didn't like the Giants, a guy who was still pissed 16 years later that the Dodgers left Brooklyn. So to be able to tell Willie Mays those two things was maybe the part that I enjoyed the most. And for him to accept that, sort of almost soften up around the edges to talk about that for a few minutes about being, Willie doesn't want your accolades. He doesn't want, but to know that he was talking to somebody whose father appreciated him as a player and was very happy he came back to New York was a really kind of a nice moment in those conversations.
My favorite one out of the 3 interviews, I heard all 3, was a 2001 one, the one you highlighted today. When you, and we are conversating with someone. I use the word interview. We're media guys. We're supposed to dig for the dirt. We're supposed to dig a little bit to find out what makes you tick. So you asked Willie, he was talking about stickball in New York. And you said, I would have done the same thing. You said, oh, so stickball helped you hit. Willie said, I already knew how to hit. And your rebound, amazing. You knew you had to be on your seat. The way you rebounded quick, and that was my favorite little Willie.
Well, I played stickball in a park, but not in a street. And to play in the street, it's narrow.
Big
So
time.
to me, the idea of just not hitting, but hitting with a purpose. I got to go down the street to keep the ball
And play.
play. That's what I sort of thought with your
Yeah.
eye and thin bat and everything else. I just think everybody who's played stickball probably is a little bit better at hitting. The problem is he was doing this in like 51, and when he came back from Korea in 54, he had already been a major leaguer. He was definitely letting me know I didn't learn how to hit playing stick.
Oh, he did.
I was teaching how to hit sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said that too.
Yeah.
He said, "No, I did an hour a day of stickball
Yeah.
for the kids of the neighborhood.
And
That's
those
all it was
plays-
about. I wasn't out to learn anything."
For a guy who was cranky, seriously known as cranky as an adult, he really did do a lot of things for the neighborhood. And the neighborhood, he literally lived in the neighborhood, would play stickball before he rolled over to the park.
But I'll bet you he had a clock. When that hour was over, I don't care what the score
Time to
was and what kid needed more help. You're not getting more help.
Yeah, time to go.
I think he's-
I got to do my job.
I'm putting my time in, and that's it. The time is this. My question to you is, off a hardball, lots of years. Favorite interview, and that's super hard because
Yeah.
people ask me this all the time. I've been 12 years. He's been 31 years.
Mm.
How long has hardball been going?
So we did it to counter the Braves pregame. It used to just be 15 minutes. Then I decided, no, I like long form conversation. I didn't like the terrestrial radio.
No.
Got to hit a break. The running joke now is I don't believe in time. Like time is just a thing. Commercials just get in the way. But once I started to expand it, it was a podcast before it was called a podcast because I was doing these in 1999,
Facts.
2000, 2001.
Mhm.
Ted Williams took 2 years to get. He was not well. It was the last audio interview he ever did. His future daughter-in-law told me, you might get 3 minutes, you might get 5, depends. We did 28 minutes.
That's
He asked
huge.
me what my father did for a living. That was crazy. Phil Rizzuto took a long time, but I got Phil Rizzuto because Whitey Ford told Phil Rizzuto to do it. He said, I enjoyed it. Just do it. And then there's a guy named Eldon Alker who pitched in the 30s. He pitched to Babe Ruth. He pitched to Lou Gehrig. He was a member of the Tigers. He was teammates with Hank Greenberg. You know, we talk about Jackie Robinson, and rightfully so, but there was anti-Semitism, and Hank Greenberg heard a lot of the same stuff that Jackie did, you know, a few years earlier. So for him to tell those stories and about riding in trains and what it was like playing a World Series,
So
a friend, to leave baseball because baseball was a nice way to make a living, but he made more money, a lot more money as a businessman. To tell me why he left baseball when he did, because it was time to do business. He was a really interesting guy. Really interesting guy.
That's our segment right there. That's called Ask Domino. I hope y'all enjoyed a little 20-minute segment there with Asking Domino. D-minus sent his segment in. He's out this week. The Connecticut Suns are 9-0 as of Wednesday. They have a game tonight. Are they the team to beat in the WNBA this season, Coon? What do you think?
I think they are, but let's not get it twisted about the Connecticut Suns. You got Liberty right behind them with 9-2 record, and they actually play tonight.
That's true.
And Liberty beat them actually. I know preseason don't mean nothing, but they actually beat them in the preseason game. So, and Connecticut, some of their Connecticut games been close too. They've been winning probably by about 4 or 5, from 5 to 8 points. That's they winning average percentage each game. But they've been winning though, so those games been close. And I think Liberty go take them tonight. So
I like where you're coming from. There. Kyle, the Connecticut Suns, their whole starting five is averaging 10 points per game.
Yeah.
Are they the team?
I don't think so. I'm kind of siding with Kunta a little bit. Don't count out Asia Wilson and the Las Vegas Aces. That's a bad play.
I don't know a lot, but in my mind, I'm thinking the whole time Las Vegas is over here saying, yeah, that's a funny conversation. Yeah,
They got 2 chips
now.
already,
Yeah.
you know. But back to what Kunta was saying with Liberty, Brianna Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu, they some bad girls. I'm telling you. You gotta look out for Liberty.
All facts. DeWanna Bowers averaging 19 points a game. Alyssa Thomas is adding 13 points a game. And like I said, the whole starting five is averaging 10 points a game. But I'm like what Chris just said right there. I'm not a Vegas fan unless we're talking about the Raiders. But those aces, those aces are so well put together, Chris. What you know about the aces, why do you feel, I'm assuming you feel the aces are better than Suns.
Well, I'll look at somebody who's done it before.
Right.
Simply put, they got 2 chips.
And the idea that people are still having this conversation, you know, when Caitlin Clark comes in, Las Vegas is like, yeah, I don't know if you know this, but we got 2 of them. And then now that the season
And there's only 5. Let's forget
right.
that.
And now that the season's underway, when people are trying to figure out who else, I think it's sort of that whole mentality of an athlete. You guys have your conversation. We'll see when it really matters.
Absolutely.
We'll be here in our home court. waiting for you to come to us for a couple of games in the championship series.
It reminds me when the NFL started. Did you ever see, like, when the NFL, you see the Super Bowls? Did you notice, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 all have the Packers in it? So I'm going to assume back in those days that the Packers were the aces. They just sat there and said, okay, we know we're
We'll
going.
wait for you.
Who's
Well,
going to be there when we get there?
It's funny. Mickey Mantle used to tell rookies, it's a great line. He says, and now that I'm not on terrestrial radio, I can use his actual line.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I couldn't use it up there. I'd had to clean it up a little bit. Mickey Mantle used to tell rookies, don't fuck this up. I've already spent my World Series money.
And you know what? That sound, without the tone, with a little less bass, that could have been Mickey saying that.
Yeah.
I could totally see him
Oh,
saying
right,
that.
I understand it,
You
too.
wasn't kidding.
Yeah.
And he would look at you with this face like,
Say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
like if you had glasses on, the face went like this afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, one more time.
No,
Yeah.
the face is like this.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah, no, I spent my World Series share.
Thanks.
That's what
I've
he
already
used to
spent my
tell
money.
That's what he used to tell him.
I mean,
We win. No, we're the Yankees. We win championships around here.
Yeah.
I mean, they're used to that. And I think that's where the aces are right now because, WNBA is not that old yet. But we all know who the team is right now. But because
They
we're
jump
reporters, we have to report
Listen.
something.
This Kelsey Plum, she got a
she bad.
she got an NFL football player to probably quit. And he's writing songs.
Yes.
I'm assuming you've seen.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
I think
Them aces are
I'm
bad.
not telling you he's he's obviously heartbroken, but
Oh, yeah.
keep it to yourself.
Las Vegas. What happens in Vegas?
Just keep it to you. What
Winds up on
see the
IG.
videos? What's he doing? Keep it to yourself. You want to write your song, you want to record it. That's
You
fine.
know who's
Don't make
next.
a video.
No, man,
You know
yeah.
who's next, right? You know who's
Kelsey.
next, right?
Kelsey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelsey went to a Diddy party. It's coming.
He's gonna write a song too when they break up. He's gonna go country.
No,
Oh,
Kelsey.
you think he's in trouble?
Kelsey's in trouble.
Oh, I don't
Kelsey's
know
been in
that.
a Diddy party.
Are you
Taylor's
not-
going to find out.
Oh,
And
Kelsey-
Taylor
oh,
Swift.
Oh, man.
I'm calling it out right here. Kelsey's been to a Diddy party. It's already been leaked out.
Oh, God.
Taylor's going to find out.
Oh.
She's going to write a Diddy song about it.
Oh my
That's not even the only part. Patrick Mahomes already had kids. Have out Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Already.
Patrick
So
Mahomes.
remember,
He's a
Patrick Mahomes
matchmaker.
introduced him. He had
Hold on. Let me.
Yeah.
You're saying Patrick Mahomes has already slept with Taylor Swift?
Facts.
Yeah.
Let me give you some details.
Yeah.
Hey, let me give you some details. We'll do you the facts first because you don't know.
Oh, my God.
A couple weeks ago, Patrick Mahomes went on IG on what's his name? McAfee show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on a
Yeah,
McAfee
yeah.
show, and he said, "I'm actually the matchmaker for
Yeah,
this."
I heard
Yeah.
this.
Taylor Swift was in my suite way before she was in his suite. Chris, if you're Patrick Mahomes, and Chris, you're Patrick Mahomes, you brought Taylor Swift to your suite.
I feel more confident saying OJ killed 2 people than Patrick Mahomes ended up in bed with Taylor Swift.
Not even for a day. Why was Taylor Swift in Patrick Mahomes' suite and we didn't know about it till
Right.
now?
Till now. This
I'm
one
with
thing.
you. I'm
Maybe
confused,
he was
but
just talking.
nah,
Like,
we don't do that. Taylor Swift, you
Come
got to get in and out on
You
that.
can't,
Once
be
you get
that,
the
you
south.
can't be this nice on this show right here.
So I just want to make sure I understand. You guys are definitively saying Patrick Mahomes and Taylor Swift were a thing.
No, I'm
We-
not.
and we don't know.
I'm not.
Something happened.
I'm
We
not.
can say we can do that safe.
You
Rather
don't,
say something
you don't
happened.
go on a sports show like Pat McAfee and say, I'm the matchmaker.
Yeah, like you. Why
She
would
was
you
in
even
my
say that though?
suite way before she was in his
All right.
suite.
Why would you even say that though? Like you trying to tell somebody something on, like you reading between the lines, like you throwing out damn mysteries and damn riddles and shit.
Interesting.
I
Yeah.
mean, think about
Dive
it.
into that one.
I hadn't thought about it, but
If you think about it, if somebody walks up to you and say, oh, yeah, your wife, yeah, she was in my suite before your suite. That doesn't mean anything but.
Why would you even say that though?
yeah, I hadn't put those.
Why
Okay.
would you even want to get that doggone accolade or praise?
Well, they're in
So
love
let me
now.
ask you
They're
this
in love
then.
now.
So let's right. So, okay. So you're saying there's no problems. Obviously, everybody's an adult,
Yeah.
and everybody's
Yeah.
cool with it.
Yeah.
So you think Kelsey, like you think Mahomes walked in one day after practice? Let me tell you what I got going on.
Yes.
You do.
Yes.
Yes.
I think Mahomes walked in, and I think it's like
Kelsey
this.
would have killed that man.
No,
No, I'm talking
Yeah, right.
Kelsey would have killed that
Kelsey.
Well, if you're homeboys, you know.
Swift and Kelsey have not been together yet. I think that
Okay.
Well,
He
they
walked
were on
in
the
one
down
day
low
and
for
he's
a whole
like,
year before
hey, I wanna let you know that girl-
Whoa,
that girl Taylor Swift, that's a freak. I didn't do nothing with her, but she's
now
a freak.
Now she turned into a freak.
That's what
she's
I'm
a
saying.
freak.
So here
You
goes
don't
Patrick
think
Mahomes.
Swifty is a freak? You see these songs, the way she
Man,
dances,
come on,
she's a
man.
freak.
She's not a relationship type female. Let's get that straight.
Right.
Okay.
Well, that's because she.
What's the first thing she does when she breaks up with somebody?
What
Right.
is happening here?
Is that what's happening here?
You're a Swiftie. You're not a Swiftie, right?
I'll tell you what I've said about her. The greatest. I took my daughter twice. The greatest money I've ever spent at a concert.
She's a great
Yeah.
performer.
Can't take that from her.
Greatest money I've ever spent at a concert. She's a genius. I think she's talented, more talented than most guys my age or younger want to give her credit for.
Does that make her an angel though?
No. I don't think she's
Okay.
Does that make her wife material?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
So
do
if you
this.
can't even
Let's say
answer
you have
that-
sons. Let's say you have
Go
sons,
ahead.
and they're her age.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dad, I met Swift. We're gonna date. I got a date with her.
Yeah.
How you feel? Don't think about the money because you don't like
No,
that.
I'm not thinking about
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
And she might be material. You hear the songs.
Here's what I would say: she's going to go on the road. She's an
She's
independent
not a wife
woman,
material.
and that's not for everybody. Like if I could look at my son and go, "You can't deal with somebody who's that independent. You can't deal with somebody who's going to go on the road. You can't deal with somebody who's going to be around celebrities. You got to think it over for that." But I never thought she wasn't wife material.
So you don't think she's psycho?
No.
No.
I don't think she's psycho, but I know
don't think
she's
she's
not.
wife
I
material.
don't think she's wife material. I'm with you,
Psycho,
DC.
like
She's
Katy
not.
Perry.
I don't think she's
Katy
wife
I'm
material.
like, I think she's gonna tell Travis one day, "You get your butt home tonight.
Huh?
There's no going out with the guys tonight.
Okay.
Come
But by
home."
the way, what woman hasn't said that?
I know, but
Yeah.
Travis is a
It's a
Have you
partying.
seen his brother party?
Yeah, they party.
I don't even. I've seen
I-
Jason
wow,
party.
yeah.
Travis acts like a 16-year-old boy.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
know,
Okay.
if he's out partying, his
I know,
wife
with
says,
all due
"Come
respect,
home."
Though, with all due respect, I never did it with their kind of money.
Me either.
But I don't think he partied any better than me.
But when your wife calls your party to go home,
Not all the time.
yeah,
Most times I do.
yeah, but my wife, I'm just talking about like in his single days. If you're saying, "Oh, this guy partied and everything else," relative, and I'm not dealing in the same wealth.
Right.
I don't think Travis Kelce had more fun than me.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm
I
with you.
think
My party
he's
days.
more public, and I think
Yeah.
it's a bigger
Just because
He on another
the
scale,
private
like-
jet.
yeah,
there's
yeah.
behind
Yeah.
the
Basically, what it's saying is we did some shit too.
yeah.
Yeah.
And again, what the
But
problem
we did
is,
it with our money, not his money.
yeah,
Right.
He got
But the,
different kind of money, so he
but the
can
problem
look
is,
that
you
more.
can't. If you think you're going to change somebody, then that's a problem.
I think she's
Right.
gonna. That's what I'm trying to
Okay.
say. When it comes down to
What if
changing,
he just wants to settle down? What if it's done? Listen, I've done everything I've wanted to do 3 times in my life. If I wanted to do it one more time, I'm a glutton.
I'm with you, 100%.
So I can't believe we're doing this, but I told my wife and I tell my daughters, I got 20 and 18-year-old daughters. I said, all men are assholes, but here's the thing. You've got to find one that's an asshole here,
Facts.
not here.
Facts.
And by the way, you can be here, but you can just go, okay, that's not who I want to be, and here. So I told my wife when we met, I was here. I was marrying material. Like I've done what I wanted to do. Now I want to do the other stuff. I want to have kids and I want to not be out.
Facts.
I mean, but that works with it. With
I'm just
some
saying there's a
people
change.
too, you know,
One of them
it's-
has to change.
You know, everybody's different. So
Yeah.
you got to do what's
Jeez, I
works for
didn't.
you.
Okay, I got to get through this Mahomes thing. I'll work it out. I'll figure it out.
I just say, like, I feel like Kelsey is in his partying days,
Yeah.
and she's in her. I don't even know what day she's in. She wants a relationship, but she wants it her way. I listen to the songs.
Bro, she's a billionaire.
Hey,
Yeah.
money has
Nothing
nothing.
Doesn't matter.
No, but
ever
she's
again.
allowed to have it her way. She's earned it.
I'm with
Nothing
you.
matters.
I don't think Travis is going to conform. to that.
Well,
Or
here's
you
my
can
thing
choose.
with celebrities. I don't think if I was a celebrity, I would not get married. If I had that much money, because I would not marry another celebrity. Because I'm independent, you got money, and we trying to do something.
Mhm.
You could, somebody at some point in time be like, "Fuck, you can't tell me what to do."
Yeah, but
I mean, it's no compromise
half
in
the,
that.
half the marriages, 99% of the marriages in the world are not. There's no celebrity involved, and there's still a 50% divorce rate.
Facts.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't be a precursor, a deal killer for me.
Neither.
I just think you again, I'm old now. You got to get married when you're ready to be married, and not everybody who gets married is ready.
There's nobody here. Everybody's married, and marriage is not for everybody.
Not for everybody.
All right, going to the next thing here, Kunta. You want to go ahead and start this story about what's going on in LA? Because I'm very interested.
So
Yeah.
Dan Hurley could become Los Angeles Lakers' next head coach, you know, in the NBA. Do you think he can handle LeBron and the Lakers? So here's my take on this. So the winning percentages
Oh shit!
from college coaches coming to the NBA is crazy. It's like no, is that's the history is stacked against college coaches trying to transform to the NBA. Their winning percentage is like trash. So my thing is with Hurley, I don't even think he's want the job. I think they throwing that name out there. But why would you even? He's coming off a two back-to-back championship from Connecticut.
Yeah.
UConn. Yeah. So why would you even
And
jeopardize
there's only
that?
been 2 coaches to 3P.
Yeah.
Why would you want to try to?
Why
go
would
for
you
it?
even want to try to go there? And possibly he could be right back there again in April next year. So my thing is, I think, and they throwing names out there like JJ Redick and stuff like that because I get it. That was LeBron move because LeBron and JJ Redick got their podcast going on and stuff. So I get it, but I think if they go with JJ Redick, I think they was trying to ultimately put Bronny James in the first round and the draft pick to get them two together. But back to Hurley, I think me personally, I think he was. If I was Hurley, I wouldn't take the job because UConn really ain't lose nobody, which means they can be, like I say, go right back to the championship again in April. So I think this just rumors. I think they have called him, but I think Hurley probably like, okay, I'll just give him a chance to think about it. But ultimately, I think he doesn't take the job.
Kyle, chime in. I know that Friday night was the big Hurley meeting in LA.
I mean, he may take the job because he's gonna get paid better. In the NBA, he's gonna
Maybe
get paid.
not. No, college basketball's different.
He's gonna get paid better, but Anthony Davis gonna leave and LeBron gonna leave if he gonna stay there.
Well, Anthony Davis are trying to trade.
They're trying
That's
to
a
trade him
fact.
to
They
Chicago
haven't
for
won.
DeRozan.
Right, they haven't won.
Yeah.
So I'm from New Jersey. His wife, he's from New Jersey. I know Bobby, his brother, a little bit. I've spoken to his dad before. We had Dan on when he was coaching at Wagner College. And Bobby
Wow, that's a
Hurley was
long
an
time
assistant
ago.
at Staten Island.
Mhm.
So I know the mentality. His father's a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
His father was a high school coach
Okay.
in New Jersey forever, a small little Catholic private school that he had to do everything. He was a probation officer, but he was also one of the
I was gonna say, I
winningest,
bet he was a cop.
one of the winningest high school basketball coaches ever. He was offered college jobs and said, "I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving this parish. I'm not leaving these kids. I'm not. My wife doesn't want to go." I'll tell you what I know about Danny Hurley. He ain't taking that job unless his wife says you're taking that job, or you're allowed to take that job. And this is not. I'm just telling you what I know. He was off to. He could have had the Kentucky job when Calipari left.
Mhm.
His wife said, "I'm not going to Kentucky. We're from here. I'm from here." So to go to LA, and they're gonna, it's gonna be a $15 million a year deal.
Oh yeah, they got the money. They go push it in his face.
But his wife is still gonna. I'm telling you what I know about
Yeah.
these. I know these people.
Yeah.
Like I know these people. It's going to be his wife is going to have to say yes, and he will concede to. If she's not all in, he's not going. If she says yes, he could. Now I'm going to disagree with a couple of things, and I know it was Pitino and it was Calipari and it was Stevens would have been good in Boston, but they elevated him up into a front office job. I know what it said. Billy Donovan, Chicago, wins 2 titles with Florida. Take the money.
Say
Go
the
to
big
the
name.
NBA.
Say the big name. I know you're going here.
What name am I going to go with?
Larry Brown.
Well, and Larry Brown won. Now, Larry Brown had Allen Iverson when Allen
Well, it was
wanted to
number
do whatever he
2
wanted.
coaches coming from college just have a good winning record in the NBA. So it's only 2 coaches. I can't think their name.
Yeah, no, listen, Pitino got run off because the draft didn't go his way. Calipari had a problem with the Nets because, again, media and everything else and how you handle things has to be different than when you're a college coach. With Danny Hurley, the one thing I will tell you, again, if you're looking at a guy who it's not just system driven, it's about personalities, it's about how do we get better. The thing is, you'll work harder at a college practice than you ever will in an NBA.
Facts.
It's a shoot around. It's a day of game shoot around. You go through walkthroughs. That's the thing that I'm not sure that he would, and it's not that he wouldn't understand it. It's could he enact it? Could he pull back and say, with less practice, because you're more talented, will we be a better team? I don't think he thinks so. Because for him, it's about being a better team.
Yep.
I know what you can do by yourself. You can go to LA Fitness and you could be the king of the world. You could win one-on-one against anybody in college because you're in the NBA, and I understand and respect that. But he'd have to believe that he would get the right amount of time and attention from these guys to work on being a team. And a lot of people will tell you that NBA players won't do that.
They won't.
They
And
won't
that's
listen to
true.
it, and they
I ain't
won't.
gonna do that.
You know
If you
why?
watch
Because they got
Durant-
money behind them. They prima donnas, you know?
Look
Yeah.
at Kevin Durant.
I just think
Kevin
guys want
Durant's a great example.
guys
He
want to be
sucks, man.
champions. Guys do want to be
Mhm.
champions, and can you help me be a champion? I think there are more guys who would look at Danny Hurley and go, I respect what he does. I'm going to give him a chance. The problem is if you get a locker room lawyer, if you get one disgruntled superstar
Mhm.
or almost superstar, somebody thinks they're a superstar,
Mhm.
it can derail it pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah.
In college, you have the power of the minute. Now, even with NIL, you still have the power of the minute. I have the right to say, I don't want you.
Facts.
You're not coming here. In the NBA, you're going to be handed a roster. You can massage it, you can change it, but you got to get guys that fit what it is you do. And I don't know how many NBA guys would. Mike Krzyzewski was off the Laker job.
Right.
He said no.
No way.
Yeah,
He
did.
said no. But you know who wanted him? Kobe. Because Kobe saw him in the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Hurley's got a lot of Mike Krzyzewski in him. And I think that's a reason why the Lakers might go back to the well and make him an offer. I just don't think he'll do it unless his wife says yes. He's at the right part of his life. He's a gym rat
Mhm.
worker.
Mm-hmm.
He was a gym rat player. He's a gym rat worker. He can build a staff up pretty easily.
Yeah.
But the question is, again, is it a three-peat? College basketball and college football especially, it's 1,000 times easier to be an NFL head coach than a college head coach. The 3 o'clock in the morning phone call, the grades, the recruiting, NIL. You now, what used to be the $50 booster, the
Yeah.
handshake, now they're partners
Yeah.
because they can give you the money out in the
Right
open and
there.
say, my car dealership, we're all partners now.
Mhm.
College football coaches hate it. College basketball coaches are on the way to hate it. The guy that I would call before anybody is Jay Wright. I would call Jay Wright before anybody. Former coach at Villanova.
Okay.
If
Yeah,
Bobby
but
Hurley if Bobby Hurley goes to LA, and I think Wright will say no, but if I'm Connecticut because he coached in the Big East, he won national, I'd call Jay Wright to be the next coach in Connecticut. I'd raise as much money as possible. But if I was the Lakers, I would have called Jay Wright before Danny Hurley.
Mhm.
Jay Wright is the first guy that I would call any NBA job, any college job.
Mm.
And I don't care that he's a college coach. If I was an NBA team, my first call would be Jay Wright.
And see, with the NBA too, man, coming from college, like, the coaches has the power in college, but now in the NBA,
Well,
the players
you don't- I'm
can
gonna tell
push
you, though,
coaches out now.
You don't
If
have the
something
money,
go
you
in,
don't have the power anymore because transfer portal,
Right.
people are your partners, these fucking boosters who,
yeah, that's
look,
true.
I got that player to you, now you owe me.
Yeah.
College coaches have had enough.
Facts.
Yeah.
Mike Krzyzewski got out. Roy Williams got out. Jay Wright got out. Nick Saban got out.
Oh
Nick
yeah,
Saban
oh yeah.
got
Because
out.
there's just
And he blamed it on the NIL.
well, it's you're running a corporation and you don't have the power that you
That's
used to.
right.
You have power of the minute, but you know what you have to do? I'm going to tell you what a college coach told me. Very prominent college football coach told me. He said, "You know what the biggest part of my job is now? Re-recruiting my guys. Every Saturday when we play, I got to look around and go, all right, which one's not happy? Who's thinking about going to the portal? We've played 4 games. This guy's already thinking about going to the portal. And by the way, it's a thieves' business because they're recruiting kids who are at other schools.
Facts.
Like it's illegal, but they're opening up. Hey, Jimmy, they don't see your talent. Come over with us. Transfer portal has made it easy. So these guys, he told me his most important job is re-recruiting his players
Keeping them there.
every week.
So you know what I
He
think
said
about
it's
this
such
situation right there?
bullshit.
It is.
What I think about this is I'm kind of on both sides on that because for many years and decades, college has been making profit
No
off
doubt.
these people's names
No
and
doubt.
NIL,
And
name and likeness. So,
coaches were allowed to leave with contracts, and the players weren't.
and so the
Horrible.
coaches before these NIL deals came, coaches was doing all kind of legal shit, going recruiting these players to make their team better. Nick Saban, a part of the problem. He was
The whole
one
blue chip.
part of
The whole blue chip.
yeah, he was part of the problem. So now
Buy him a fucking
yeah, so now when the players, you putting the power back into the players' hands, I don't blame them. You know,
I rooted for Cass.
Yeah.
I changed my mind 12 years ago. I said, and I was one of those guys who said, scholarship, let's just keep it. Let's try to make amateurism. It's not a thing anymore. So about 12 years ago, I said, it's time to pay the players. And it took a long time.
yeah,
And with the NIL, I said, for my line of work, for my job, I want chaos. I want batshit crazy chaos.
Me too.
And now we have it.
Yeah.
Now we have a transfer portal. Now
Yeah.
I got to re-recruit my guys every week. So
Yeah.
it's crazy. We're in Congress. I don't like that. We're in D.C. with some of the stuff. Don't like that. Should these guys be employees? Do they need insurances? How are we going to do it? It's getting crazy.
but that's
the
$1
problem is-
billion. That's
That's
$1
right.
billion. They got the money. I
Here's
think
what
it
the players
wasn't
said.
structured right.
Here's what-
I agree with it, but
Here's
it
what the
was
players said.
Yeah.
They finally looked at the money on the table and said, well, which part is ours? And they were like, no. The NCAA is a nonprofit. They call it. They're a non-for-profit.
They are.
They just lost a lawsuit for $2.7 billion. They're probably going to have to put a foreclosed sign up, and probably, by the way, good because they've overstayed their
Right.
I think it's not. I think that's bullshit. I don't think they nonprofit. I think they're just a way of putting it in there to hide the money. They got the money. So how you pay?
Well, no, but again, they had the lion's share of everything,
Mhm.
and then it was found out
Yeah.
when CBS did a deal, and it was $1 billion deal for the basketball tournament. I said, here's what I would like every player to do: picture $1 billion on that table, and go ask somebody, well, how much is mine? We're playing. None of it. None of it. That's when it changed.
Mhm.
That's when I changed my mind, and that's when players should have changed their minds. There's still sticky fingers. There's still stuff that there's a lot of stuff, but I'm all for the players being paid. I'm just telling you that college coaches now go, fuck this.
Yeah.
This isn't. I'd rather go coach in the pros.
Facts.
Literally go coach.
So now they coaching abilities in question now because they really. I mean, you getting all these star players, you ain't gonna have to coach Nick Saban. You can't coach.
Oh no.
You know
better than that.
Yeah,
There
you
are-
can't really
there are-
coach them, man. I mean, before the NIL, if you got all these star-studded players on your team, you stack your team. It makes them easy to coach, man. Because number one,
Not
they already
now.
God-gifted, talented. You won't have to show them much. They're easier to coach.
No, because you got to worry about teams like the Baltimore Colts and these lower teams stealing your players because they got money.
Well, I'm talking about before the NIL. Like
Okay,
before the NIL, it
You
still
know,
was much
but
easier to
I'm gonna
coach
tell
the
you,
talented.
you know what the problem was? 5 stars.
Yeah,
Who says who?
yeah. Who
Four
makes
stars.
a 5-star?
Says who? To me, can I
you
take?
only recruit
can I-
so
Yeah.
many
Mhm.
Well, can I
players
take
also.
3 and 4s and can I coach them up? To me, that's what the best coaches do. I coach them up. I don't care how many stars guys has. It certainly is the reason we're looking at him. But can I take a 3 or a 4 and make him a better player? That's what Nick Saban did.
Right.
Nick Saban had a bunch of 5s.
Yeah.
But try to keep 5 stars happy.
Yeah.
That's what these guys are talking about. They're all, my uncle tells me I'm better than this.
Yeah.
My agent. They're
Mhm.
allowed to have agents. My agent tells me I'm better than this.
Mm.
So the game has changed. It's
Yeah,
I wanted
definitely.
chaos.
agree
I
with
got
you.
chaos.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I would like to see Danny Gurley take a shot. The problem is going to be what is the team going to look like? And he doesn't get to put the team together the way you do as a college coach.
I think it's going to empty out, and he'll be able to do whatever the hell he wants.
I think
That's
it's
what
more
they're
like
gonna pay
if
him.
you watch Danny
I
Hurley
think he can
coach.
stay where he at.
If you've ever watched Danny Hurley coach, he is extremely emotional on the sidelines,
Mhm.
winning or losing.
He's the guy that a couple of years ago, they got their ass kicked in the January game 3 years ago. He got to the press conference. He said, "You better get us now." And that guy looked in the camera and said, I hope you want." He looked in the camera and said, "You better get us now because we're coming." That's the quote. "You better get us now. We're coming." And it was believable because he had a plan. I
Facts.
think he can have a plan in the NBA. The problem is, well, you want to go to the luxury tax. Well, you're a superstar, wannabe superstar. Can he call another guy and get him to come play there as a free agent?
Right.
That's the thing that's trickier.
Mhm.
In college, you have less control now, but you still have control as to what your roster looks like. In the NBA, you don't.
All right, we're going to go to our next segment. This is brought to you by Rocky Burn by Rocky Patel. We'll be right back after this very, very short break.
And Danny Hurley,
I would.
now, basketball, you can have a house in Jersey.
All right. This segment is brought to you by Burn by Rocky Patel, located right here in the Battery at Truist Park. Open daily from 4 to midnight, Fridays and Saturdays till 2 a.m. Hey, rumor has it the Rocky's going to be over there this weekend. Y'all want to stop in and say hi? Burn by Rocky Patel, located right here in the Battery by Atlanta. I stole this segment from Fill in the Blanks from PTI. I love Kornheiser. I love Wilbarn. And I twisted it up a little bit. This is called Fill in the Blanks. Kyle, Indiana Fever's coach, Christy Sides, plead to the NCAA to get officiating equal as blank. She said,
ridiculous.
ridiculous. Why is it ridiculous?
Just don't fix it that it ain't broke just because somebody came into the league.
Yeah.
Well said. Kunta, what's the word we're looking for here?
I got nonsense. That's what I got.
And why?
The same reason I agree with Cal over here. You know, while why are you trying to fix something that's not broken? So
Chris,
She has to win over her players. So she has to defend and talk about officiating that, again, whether it's
Yeah,
physicality,
she's
whether
going to
it's,
bat for her team.
and by the way, she
For
has to
sure,
because
she
they're not a
is.
very good team.
No.
She has to absolutely let them know that I got your back. Your bigger problem should be look up a guy named Jim Banks. Jim Banks is a congressman out of Indiana. My problem is with him. He's a congressman in Indiana
Listening.
who says he wrote a letter to the WNBA commissioner and said, you can't have this physicality going on. Now, again, that's problematic. The head coach to me is
that's huge.
when somebody now says, and by the way, Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark, biggest, so he's pandering. He, of course,
Facts.
he wants votes. So, but the fact that you as a congressman say, I've sent a letter to the WNBA commissioner telling her this isn't right.
He's panning for votes all day long. What a
So that to me is the one that bothers me a hell of a lot more than a coach trying to A, maybe get a couple of calls, but B, more importantly, trying to win her team over because they're not overly talented. They probably have to, let's all get in this boat because nobody picked Caitlin Clark up. And that was a really big point. Where were her teammates when all that crap was happening?
I look at
Yeah,
that
I
a
want to
lot.
say that because
Yeah.
we got to be a locker room that absolutely travels in a pack.
Yeah.
And Jim Banks call the station 678-383-4378. Guess what? You just won the Cooch of the Day award. Going to the next question here. Oh, by the way, I had necessary. I'm right there. I don't think it was not. I think it was totally necessary to do that because you, like Chris said, your team sucks. It's a
You gotta rally
I mean,
around.
I get that you're
You
going to
have-
bat for your team.
Yeah, you gotta
but
you
rally
have
around.
to stay behind that team that sucks because it could fall
she
apart.
plays one brand of basketball.
I mean,
She
So
shoots
what?
a damn three.
Like she
I
was
mean-
advocating for getting every call.
no, she facilitates the ball very, very
You got a
well.
problem with her?
I don't have a problem with her, but like in college, okay, and pro
Okay. Go
Okay.
ahead. Yeah.
NFL players, they're grown ass men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay,
And she, by the way, she hasn't said anything. She
when
said
Philadelphia drafted all the Georgia Bulldogs,
Mhm.
okay, that one year after they two-peated, okay,
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia's defense was good for about 6 weeks, and then what? They realized that they're
Mhm.
playing some grown ass
Mhm.
men.
Oh yeah. Look,
You know what I'm saying? They didn't change no damn rules for them, though.
Right.
They ain't changed no rules for them. These are grown ass women.
She should have been fined for
And
saying
you
that.
know,
It's almost
yeah.
like trying to extort some calls or
These
something,
are
you know?
grown-ass women.
Like,
I think it's support.
I got to tell you, I've been on the sideline. I've been right behind coaches. Every coach works the officials. She just had
Oh, yeah.
a right to because she said we're
She had to.
we're sending plays up. That
Right.
absolutely this is supposed to be a flagrant. That and by the way, NBA coaches do it, college coaches do it,
Right.
NFL they send tape up. They go, you fuck this call up.
Yep,
You
they
fucked
do.
me over on this one.
Absolutely.
So they all do it. I think she had to do it publicly because she had to prove that we need to get in the boat. We have to take the outside world and say, fuck them, we're us, and we better worry about us more than we're worried
Absolutely.
about anything.
Absolutely facts. Aaron Judge is now slugging before last night because we know that game. You watched the game last night?
Yeah,
That Dodger Yankee game, nobody slugged anything last night. That was a great pitching match. Aaron Judge is slugging .952 before last night, has 18 home runs. Means he will slug blank and hit blank home runs total this season. Kyle,
Shit. 1,000 something.
you think he's going to slug 1,000?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, how many home runs?
50.
All right, I think it's a little bit high, Kunta.
I got .999, and he gonna have 40 home runs.
So do they round that up?
Yeah.
Does he win or do you?
Yeah.
I like that. I like where Chris is going.
Yeah.
I can take, so I can go 997 and be the winner right now.
So
Be
this
closest.
is, if this is the Price is Right. I
Yeah.
Yeah.
$1.
Right.
I'm gonna let you go before I tell you my answer.
960.
Oh, I'm in.
48 homers.
Okay, so I'm gonna go 915, 44 homers.
I got
You
40.
tell me why. I think these are
I will tell you, protection in the lineup is going to be a big thing.
so huge.
If Soto is down for any period of time, both of them will suffer because
They don't have to pitch to
you
them.
now see less pitches.
Mhm.
I don't think it's. I do think at a certain point, I say this all the time. If that guy can beat you and he beats you, you got to answer to me. He's good enough to beat all of you. By the way, the guy who's 60 feet 6 inches away, there aren't many that are better than Aaron Judge, especially when he's on a heater.
Facts.
Don't let him beat you. I think the home runs come down from
Yeah.
these numbers because I can't face anybody and go, you let him hit a 2-run homer? Why
He's going to get more doubles, I think. towards
Well,
the
and
end of the year.
I just have to pitch him a little bit differently. I
Everything's
can't let him.
114 off the fucking
I'm
bat.
with you.
Yeah.
I just think
It's launch angle, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
like Chris. I
he's a
think
beast.
pitchers are going to become
He's
more
6'8",
weary of
like
him and give up a
He
double.
should walk more too.
Yeah.
Just
And
like
walk
it's
more,
a
which does- yeah.
more to the stands, like always finna go.
So going to another guy who hits a little bit more home, Marcell Ozuna, and I want to talk about a stat you said this morning too. I got to remember to do that right there.
Hey, you got my 40 homers down for the last one?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh,
Yeah,
go see where we at. Yeah.
Marcell Ozuna has played himself back into relevancy and currently has 18 home runs, and he will finish the year with blank home runs and a contract to go play with blank next season. Kunta.
I got 30 home runs. And
30?
Yeah, he ain't gonna be with Atlanta.
Okay.
Back
Okay.
with the Braves again.
Okay. Kyle, I just want to let Chris go last because I'm so curious what
Yeah,
his
that's
answer
fine.
is.
That's fine.
Your answer, home runs. Kunta says he's done.
I don't think he's done.
30.
I don't think he's done because he's got some weight on him now. I say probably 35, 40. But I do think he's going to get another contract, and it'll be a fatter contract with a non-contender.
No, you got to give a team there. That non-contender is not going to work. That's a judgment call.
I mean, I'm not going so south like the White Sox, but like
Wow.
Red Sox.
All right, 35 home runs in the Red Sox. I love Chris's look at you.
No, listen.
I see him staying in
gonna-
Atlanta. I
no,
see him staying
okay,
in Atlanta.
yeah,
That's what I said.
I'm going, and I'll put mine out this time before Chris's time. I got him with 51 homers,
Oof.
and I got him going to the Orioles.
Oh, the Orioles.
Okay.
And think
He's
about it
back
for a little
already.
bit. Think about who's young right now.
Everybody.
Ozuna's going to a young team. That's all I'm going to say.
So I'm
I
going to
just
rate.
don't see him going to a contender.
I'm going to rate on everybody's parade though. So I'm going to say 41 homers.
41 homers.
There's a team option.
I know that.
$16 million. He'll get a pay cut. If he has a good year this year, and he's certainly on his way after the really good year last year, he's making $18 million this year. All the Braves have to do is say yes, and he gets $16 million next year. So he'll take a pay cut unless they rip it up and do a new deal. But I don't think they're going to do that. I think he'll be playing for the Braves for $16 million, which is a pay cut after the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's what I said. He ain't going nowhere. He's staying with Atlanta.
He should be greedy enough.
Atlanta,
Well, let me tell
they
you what I'm-
having
let me tell
injury
you-
problems.
Let me
now.
tell you
I
what
like
I'm
it.
not doing though. I'm not picking it up. Like you can pick it up anytime you want. You could just say we picked up 2025, and then he's guaranteed $16 million.
Mhm.
If he comes to you and says it would really make me feel better emotionally if you do it, you might think about it, but you don't have to.
Okay.
Right.
You can let
I'm
him
not
finish
giving it to
out
him
the
before
year.
year's over.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither.
I'm-
You'll rate.
I kind of want to get my money from get him out while this is. I'm still in the beaten
Bro,
part.
we paid him
I'm a
so
longtime
much money
Braves
to see
fan.
His wife.
Yeah, I'm a long-time Braves fan. When things happen outside of Braves country at your personal house, you're shipped. It's always
Yeah.
been that way. When we lost for Call, remember a couple days before he turned 21. Come on, we've lost some great players for our staking to our standards. When Ozuna didn't get lost after beating up his wife, and we know that she beat him first. It's not the point. We're not going to get into that today. I just want him gone. I know I like him swinging still, but he's not a Brave to me. He's never going to be a Brave.
Okay.
That's just my opinion on
You know,
that.
people don't realize too. You know, everybody knows Ronald Acuna missed the 2021 postseason. That bothers him. You know, it should
Facts.
bother him. He got a World Series ring, and he was very good. You know, personality wise, and in the dugout, he was emotionally happy for everybody who won. People forget Marcell Ozuna didn't play in the 2021
Sure did.
postseason either.
Nope.
He gets a World Series ring. He's a World Series champion, but he hasn't had that taste of what's it like to really be the guy in
A
October.
champion.
He played in 2022 when they lost to the Dodgers in the seventh
Yep.
game. Played last year
Yep.
against Philadelphia, but he didn't taste the 2021 season. I like him, this version of him being hungry about,
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to see what I can do in October. But even no matter how good he is, the Braves are going to owe him $16 million next year, and all I have to do is say yes. And that contract rolls
And
over
it's
the
cheap.
front of that.
I'm
For
with
sure.
you.
I just think he'll.
I wasn't aware of that little buyout part
Yeah.
there.
Yes, he does.
and I
He
get
can
it.
ask for more. He
Yeah,
had
I just think he'll ask for more, and the Braves ain't gonna go more than 16 on him.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's your contract.
Yeah.
Unless they want to do what they did with Chris Sale. So Chris Sale came up with
Right.
a 1-year guarantee. You know what they did? They guaranteed next year before he threw a pitch this year.
Yeah.
Marcell could say you did it for him. I would like you to give me another year. We'll see if that plays.
Justin Jefferson's new 4-year, $140 million contract, by the way, with $110 million guaranteed, is blank for the rest of the NFL's wide receivers, especially
Yo.
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a cat down in Miami that is drooling. Kyle, what's the word we're looking for here?
All right, I put insane, but
Ooh, okay. Oh.
deserving. Insane, but deserving.
Okay, I see that. I see
Okay.
that because the money
The
was.
reason why I say that is because Justin Jefferson is a dog. Period. Like he 1,000 yards plus every year. Okay.
$35 million a year.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
They not winning games.
Yeah.
They not winning games.
Yeah.
No, they not winning games. He'd have to have 2,000 yards.
So who's
not
throwing
winning
to him?
games.
Who's gonna throw to him? JJ McCarthy.
McCarthy.
Oh, yeah.
McCarthy
So
gonna throw to him.
was JJ McCarthy a deep thrower, deep pass thrower
No.
at Michigan? So again, is he gonna get those yards? That's
No,
my
but
question.
he's going to get that money.
He gonna get the money.
You don't have
that's a
to
smart
win.
move.
You don't have to win to
He
get
cashed
money.
in to get before he
The
showed.
reason why I say it's insane is because it's a lot. It's a lot of money. Okay.
There's a lot
But
of
it's
money.
also deserving because the guy is a dog. Like he's good. Put him on the Bengals with Joe Burrow. That guy will run over Jamar.
We don't even
Chase.
know if Joe's going to play this year. Chris, what were we looking at here?
I thought it was for other receivers.
Mhm.
It's a party. It's
Okay.
everybody, CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill, everybody gets to say,
Where's my pinch?
I'm as good as him.
Yeah.
And whether you are or not, that's what everybody says anyway.
Facts.
But yeah, it's a party for every other wide receiver.
I got setting the bar. This sets the bar. $35 million for a wide receiver on your, and they got to remember, every team thinks they can win this year, and every team has a wide
Mhm.
receiver one. If your wide receiver one is making $35 million a year over the next 4 years, that's that in today's market, it's cheap.
Do you want to know the good and the bad of it, though?
I'm listening.
You're not paying the quarterback. Like when Matt Ryan and
Facts.
Julio were getting paid too much, it's too big a percentage. With McCarthy, I'm paying the average comes out to be
Average, yeah,
acceptable.
first year.
If I take my quarterback salary and my wide receiver salary, I'm in a lane where I can win a Super Bowl.
That's
The
fact.
problem is I got a rookie quarterback, and I don't know if he's going to be happy. Kid can't figure it out a little bit. Now all of a sudden I got my money, but I'm still a wide receiver with an ego. We got to fix the quarterback thing. I don't know if he gets mouthy or not. You know, the contract doesn't guarantee you're going to keep your mouth shut
Facts.
if the guy's not getting the ball.
JJ's had his mouth.
I'm
open
very
all
worried about
year.
that little, like you were saying, that I'm worried about the McCarthy-Jefferson relationship because it's already known McCarthy did not throw the deep ball, but did he have somebody to throw the deep ball
He
to him
was
this
one
year?
of the most accurate
I know.
passers in the league.
I'm not saying he wasn't an accurate passer. I'm talking about the deep ball only, which Justin Jefferson is famous for the deep ball.
And even though you get paid, Justin Jefferson, once you get paid, you start thinking about what numbers are you going to have? Are you a Hall of Famer? Now I'm
Facts.
relying on a kid
They can't throw the
relatively
deep ball.
speaking,
Right.
for the next couple of years. And even though you're paid, it doesn't mean at some point you might not get lippy. Wide receivers are lippy.
They are
They don't.
They're a bunch of
they don't-
prima
They don't
donnas.
hold their tongues.
prima donnas.
Hey, you gonna let me answer mine?
I'm going to repeat it if you don't mind.
No, you was.
Yes, I am. I'm looking down here to find the question. Kunta, Justin Jefferson's new 4-year, $140 million contract is blank for the rest of the NFL star wide receivers.
Okay, I think it's a blueprint. I think it's
Facts.
a blueprint because you got all these other receivers like they already holding out right now. Like you just said, CeeDee Lamb and stuff like that. So they all holding out. You got my 49ers quarterback Ayuk, he's holding out. So wide receiver Ayuk, he's holding out. So I think that deal is going to get done. But like going back to what you guys saying, like JJ McCarthy gonna be suspect, right now. And they putting themselves in the bind. Actually, you giving all this money to these wide receivers. So now, what is actually JJ McCarthy do becomes a top quarterback. Now you got to try to find somebody to do it.
Well, he's also going to be thrown to a guy who's going to be, we don't play double coverage really the way that we think about it.
Mhm.
But it's going to be a lot of nickel, dime,
Facts.
and if he's got two bodies on him, does McCarthy either shy away from him because he keeps being told, we don't turn the football over. You better protect it like it's your baby.
Mhm.
And a lot of times, young guys, even though he's the best receiver, he won't throw in the double.
Right.
So Jefferson might see less balls. Now, the good news is somebody else should be open. You got to hope McCarthy can figure that out. But it doesn't mean the receiver's not going to come back to the huddle going,
Facts. Facts.
where is it?
Yeah.
All right, last question here for our fill in the place. We're running a little close on time here. The 2024 Stanley Cup starts here. Hey, by the way, that one email they complained, here's your hockey segment.
Yep.
I told you I was going to hit that, Chris. See?
Yeah.
You guys got to give them a little bit what they want once in a while. The 2024 Stanley Cup starts tonight with the Edmonton Oilers facing off against the Florida Panthers. And the winner tonight will be the blank, and the Stanley Cup champions will be the blank in blank games. Lots of answers here. Chris, start us off.
I like Florida. I like Florida in the series.
Tonight, Florida?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Florida in the series. It is crazy. It's about 2,500 miles apart.
No doubt.
I don't think a championship series.
They
is
said
ever
something
played
about that.
with distance this. But I like what Florida has. 1,800 plus games coached on that bench. Knobloch took over middle of the year this year. Chris Knobloch came in the middle of the year. I'll take Florida. I think Florida being there, they lose to Vegas a few years ago. I think people think Florida already has a Stanley Cup. They don't. They don't have one.
They've been there to a dance
They've
couple
been there.
times, but
They lost to Vegas, and I just think that the next step is crawl, walk, run. I think it's time to run.
I'm in total agreement with him on most of it, except for, would you say how many games? How many games?
6.
6. I have the same thing. I've got Florida winning it in 6 games, but I've got tonight, it's Edmonton Oilers night. Connor McDavid's going to come out.
It's going to be big.
I think Connor's going to have a big game tonight, maybe even a hat trick, but then Florida's going to figure it out and they're going to shut them down. It's going to be Florida in 6. Kyle.
I got Florida in 6 also, but I'm kind of on this McDavid.
He's a stud.
I'm on this bandwagon.
Yeah.
I don't watch a lot of hockey. I'm going to be honest with all y'all.
He's afraid. Because everybody's trying to stop him.
guy's
He's still good enough.
That guy plays some mad.
When everybody's
defense.
trying to stop you and you're still
great.
scoring,
Yeah.
and we're talking about a full contact sport. We're not talking about football full
And
contact.
all he does is
We're
take
talking about
people
full
out.
contact.
Oh,
He
yeah.
takes people out.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Kunta, what you got here?
I'm going with the Panthers, but I got them in 4 games.
Ooh.
Oh, you think it's over? You're saying it's a
Yeah.
sweep.
Whoa.
Edmonton's not doing nothing.
Yep, Emmons ain't doing nothing. Watch.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and go now because Chris has to go. He's got a huge game tonight because you said you had to leave 11, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to let Chris go here. Chris, shout out your people. Say hi.
Yeah, listen,
Tell people where to find
I
you.
really appreciate it. It's always nice just a quick elevator ride down.
Yeah.
To be able to come down here and have a little conversation.
And
as
freedom.
season goes along. College football, NFL, I'd love to be invited back down.
Oh, yeah.
a little
Oh,
bit
yeah.
of freedom. I won't forget about the freedom.
Yeah, I want you to come down for freedom once in a while.
Watch this. Shit.
Yeah.
That's all you got to say.
I can.
Yeah, because you
Yes, I
can.
can.
Absolutely, because you can. Hey, well, thank Chris
appreciate it.
Domino for being here.
Appreciate
During the
it,
break,
bro.
we're going to let him out. Again, this next segment coming up is going to be brought to you by Spice It Up Barbecue. Kyle, go to the side a little bit, push your chair out, and go into Chris.
Thank you very much.
Man, appreciate you,
Really
man.
appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, we'll talk. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, good. Appreciate it. Enjoy it. No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Why is it doing that?
Bro, we skipped a bunch of shit.
I know, dude. It's
Mhm.
stupid tires.
Mhm.
Fuck, what time is it?
All right, sorry about that. We get down on it, stopped inside there and everything. Hey, let's welcome to the show, Teddy TKO is in the building. Teddy, tell them who you are, kid.
What's up, everybody? What's happening? Another Saturday here on the Get Money Sports. I appreciate y'all, fellas. My name is TKO, Teddy Island Jr.
Teddy, what's going on with your brother?
Not much, man. I'm fired up today, man. It's a good Saturday. I got good vibes, man. I just woke up happy today.
That's awesome. This segment is brought to you by Spice It Up, Joe down there in Fairburn, Georgia, cooking it all up. Kunta, what you got going on in the contact sports world today?
So I'm gonna go back to this. I'm going to AEW.
AEW, all right.
The Wednesday segment. The return of MJF.
Mhm.
So
We fucked up.
yeah.
Stop.
So
All right, we're starting over. This segment is brought to you by Spice It Up, starting over. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm sorry, Kunta.
okay. Yeah. That's
I
how we're
messed
going
up.
to the.
Run the commercial here. We're going to do our top 5. Kunta.
Okay.
Not bad. I'm trying to get Chris out of here.
All right. That's fine.
Not bad.
You're right.
And I know a bunch of women about to be mad at me.
I'm saying. This segment has been brought to you by Spice It Up Barbecue, the best smoked meats in Southern Georgia. Holla at your boy Joe when you want your meat smoked right. Pause.
I know.
I would tell you, D-Minus wrote that, and I love it. Teddy,
Yeah.
you know you influenced that.
Yeah, I know. 'Cause good God, that was
And
wild.
the workout hour on Monday, I think Teddy said the word pause 3 or 4 times. And we found out when you say something that might be kind of gay in the sports world,
Yeah.
what you say is this: "Man, he packed that ball." Pause.
Yes, there you go.
Look at him dribble those balls. Pause. Yeah, that
I see.
makes it not as gayish.
So thinking about that, did that make you kind of gay? We just got to say pause. That means you thought about it.
Teddy,
No, because it's like people checking you on it more than anything else. So, like publicly speaking, people be like, "Hey, yo, my guy," you know what I mean? Like you watch a basketball game, football.
If nobody check it, then we be go like, what if you don't check it?
everybody
Saying no
checks.
homo.
And so you say, "Hey, yo." So like, here's the rules of the game. So you pause yourself when you're saying it. So you can say pause before or after, but you have to say it because if someone catch you saying it, then they say, "Hey, yo," and that means I caught you saying it.
So now, watch this. Okay, I'm not going to say pause this time.
Okay.
Watch everybody's reaction. Okay. This segment is brought to you by Spice It Up, the best smoked meats in Southern Georgia. Holla at Joe when you want your meat smoked right.
Hey, yo.
I didn't say pause. Look at you fuckers looking. Oh,
No.
DC getting it.
See
See,
what I'm saying? You want your meat smoke, right? Come on, man.
the best smoked meats in Southern Georgia. Holla at Joe when you want to get your meat smoked right. Pause. So much better. All right. Anyways, the top 5 this week. D Minus sent it in. You notice how D Minus sent everything in WNBA when he's not here?
Mm.
I like that shit.
Mm.
The top 5 WNBA players as of right now. Teddy, did you do a top 5?
Yes, I did.
Awesome, because we're running a little late today, so you get to play in this segment too. At number 5, out of UConn, I got Alyssa Thomas, averaging 13.2 points a game, 9.4 rebounds. Kunta, who you got?
Jewel Lord from the Storm.
Oh, she's a stud.
And she was the WNBA leading scorer last year.
Kyle, who you got number 5?
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark. Awesome ball distributor, awesome shooter. No arguments there. Teddy,
17, 6, and 6.
I'm just saying, and she's going to get better.
Mhm.
She's going to get better. Teddy, who you got number 5?
I got Collier from Minnesota.
Okay, tell me something. I
I was looking at stats, man. She's averaging. I mean, she's top 5 in scoring and top 5, I think, in rebounds.
Okay. I don't know much about her. I'm going to look her up.
Yeah, me as well.
At number 4, WNBA player of the year this year, Spice It Up Barbecue, I got LA Sparks, Derica Hamby. She's averaging 20 points, 11.6 rebounds a game, and she is the stud spark for the Sparks. Kunta, who you got?
Naphesia Collier from Minnesota,
Man, she's-
22, average 22 points a game.
Yeah, that's what same.
You knew about her, too. I didn't know about her out of Minnesota.
Mhm.
And I got Fiji Carter.
Oh, you got to watch this girl, man.
I got to look it up. I don't know much about her. I don't follow the basketball that much, but I got to look her up. What you got, Kyle?
I got Sabrina Ionescu,
Mhm.
averaging 17, 5, and 5 for the Liberty.
Hey, girl.
She hot.
She bad.
She
Sure
hot.
is.
She hot.
She bad.
There's a couple, like, we do the wrestling segment. I think it's okay as a man to say that the girl is hot
Oh, yeah.
and talented.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. It's okay to be, I mean, they put on
The
makeup,
next
didn't
one
they?
is too. Don't worry.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I think the rest of my list is hot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
At number 3, the Dallas Guard.
Oh, I ain't get my 4. I got Breonna Stewart.
My bad, Teddy. I'm so
Oh, you
sorry.
good.
Number 4.
Breonna Stewart.
What?
Breonna Stewart from New York.
Who's it?
That low?
Brianna Stewart.
Yeah. I got.
You got Breonna Stewart down. He's got Breonna Stewart. Oh, I know why.
Yeah.
Power on.
I got her.
Teddy, talk again.
I got her number 3.
Yeah, I got Breonna Stewart.
Now you can hear him. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I had the internal microphone on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, Breonna Stewart at 4.
We'll
wow.
talk about that.
I know, right?
Okay, I'm just going to ask you, why is she so low on yours?
Because I was looking at the other women I have on my list, like I'm announced them a little bit later. But I think with her points and everything she's averaging, she's a solid player for a team. Yes, but I think like I see other people peaking right now early in the season.
All right, there you have it. At number 3, brought to you by Spice It Up, where your meat is done right. Pause. I got Erica Ogunbowow. And if I said it wrong, call the station and defend yourself.
Damn,
678-334-378. She is averaging
Ogunbowow.
27.1 points a game,
Mhm.
Her position.
Oh, she nice now.
She can shoot the rock.
She nice.
Kuta, who you got?
Number 3, I got Alyssa Thomas from Suns.
Mm.
So she's an all-around player.
She fine too.
Yeah, ain't it though?
She is. Kyle, who you got there?
I got Brianna Stewart at number 3.
Okay, I won't go no lower than 3 for Brown.
20 and 10, bro.
I'm with
Come
you.
on.
I'm with you. Teddy, who you got number 3?
I got Hamby for number 3.
Yeah.
All
Happy.
right. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
She's crushing it right now.
Okay, at number 2, out of New York, I got Brianna Stewart averaging 19.99 rebounds, 4.5 assists, and I'm not going to remind y'all, this ain't her first season,
Mhm.
okay? She's up here at quite a few years in and still doing that shit balling. Kunta, who you got?
I'm in line with you,
Yeah.
Brianna Stewart.
Brianna Stewart
They
has
go
been
win
balling
tonight.
and she's been relevant every year.
Mhm.
Every year.
Yep, consistent.
She hasn't even had a bad year. That's what I'm looking at. Kyle, who you got?
My number 2
Yeah, who's your number 2?
ain't on none of y'all's list for some reason.
Not yet.
Kelsey Plum,
Not a big
Bruh.
Kelsey Plum fan.
Mhm.
walking bucket.
Walking bucket. Kelsey
Walking
Plum.
bucket.
She the female Jimmy Buckets.
She bad, bro.
Kelsey Plum and Jimmy Buckets would make ugly babies. I'm just telling you. I just got that image in my head. Teddy, you know who Kelsey Plum is, right?
Yes, I do. I do.
That
I
baby
agree.
with Jimmy Butler.
No, no.
It will be a weird looking baby though.
That would be a weird
Well, the
looking
baby had long hair due to Jimmy Buckets, though, when he had his perm.
Yeah, but will it be a boy or a girl or another?
Oh man, I love his picture day.
All right, Teddy, who you got at number 2?
I got Erica Ongon Dumbier. I'm probably saying that wrong, but
Well, I hope I said it better than you did.
balance.
Yeah.
I hope I
She's
said
feeling
it
it right
not
now.
as you did. I think I had more vowels. All right, again, here we go. Number 1, brought to you by Spice It Up. Joe down there in Fairburn, Georgia. Smoking them meats. Pause. Las Vegas Aces, Asia Wilson.
That's
Fuck with
everybody.
it.
Unanimous.
27.9, 12 rebounds a game, 7.5 assists.
I'm favorite by that one.
Just a straight baller. Asia Wilson. Anybody else not got Asia Wilson?
Everybody got Asia at number
Everybody got Asia.
All right, that's good. Asia Wilson. That's been brought to you by Spice It Up. Right down there in Fairburn, Georgia. I'm not going to say it again. I said it.
Yeah, he said it.
All right, let's go to our next segment. And this is where we bring Teddy in. Teddy came in early. It's time for that segment brought to you by Blue Moon Pizza. Hey, located at 2359 Windy Hill Road. Man, let me just tell you what it is about Blue Moon Pieces that's important.
Mm.
If you go inside and you mention Get Money Sports or BFAM 19.6, 10% off your offer. 10% off your order right there, dine-in only. If you say 770-984-2444, you get delivery boy to come out, Uber Eats, any of that stuff, and you say Get Money Sports, you're not getting shit. You might not even get your pizza. It might not be your pizza. It's delivery boy, dine-in only.
So let me say something right quick.
Sir.
That music, I like that music.
Yeah.
Do that music with the pizza make the pizza better?
Yeah.
I would think so too.
I believe that if you picked up a donut right now and I played the music, I believe you could taste a pizza.
Yeah, that's a
You
happy.
want to try it?
Yeah, let's try it.
Okay, pick up a sour cream donut. Don't take none with filling in it.
Oh
Take one of the plain donuts.
Oh yeah.
And I'll play the music again, and we'll see if you can taste pizza.
Oh man.
Are you ready?
All right, I'm ready.
Here at Get Money Sports, we're all about testing stuff out.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. Does it taste like pizza?
Oh, it's a sweet ass pizza. I can tell you that.
That's pizza.
All right, anyways, Kunta, what's going on in your martial arts combat world? Talk to me about this AEW stuff.
AEW. So the return of MJS.
Oh, no.
F So
That's too many names.
yeah. So
What
he,
does that mean?
I don't know. So
Mike, what's that? Maxwell,
Some-
Jacob Friedman.
yeah. So Adam Cole was out in the ring going on a rant about he's he's doing all this, he's the devil and all that other stuff like that. So MJF came back out. The music just went crazy. Everybody went crazy because the screen went dark and came back on and he was walking out. And he said I'm back and I'm here to save the day. What are they actually planning for MJF against Adam Cole? Because he said he's back to save the day. So I see a new script going on, a new dialogue. So fill me in on that.
Gotcha. So with AEW, let's just say this: their brand is not your traditional style of what you see with WWE.
Right.
WWE is built off of consistent, I would say, storylines in order to keep the fans interacting with them as they go along and performing. AEW does more of a style of loosely based stories that is extended over time, and you will have to invest more time to understand it. So I'm going to try to sum this up. Adam Cole and MJF. So what it was originally, MJF used his character called the Devil, and he came out with the mask before. It was like years ago. Now AEW being a new company, 5 years ago, MJF emerged to one of the top guys there, and I love him a lot. I think he's an excellent talent. He's very, really good, especially on the mic. So the thing is that AEW has been struggling with stars, and him being legit star, built from day one with that company. The other problem they're having is they don't have homegrown talent, meaning AEW developing bigger stars than what they are before they came to the company. Their previous champions have been, say, Chris Jericho, John Moxley, which was formerly Dean Ambrose. Anybody that had name recognition came from the WWE. So with that being said, recently a lot of things about MJF's contract has been an issue because everybody in WWE would love to have him. He's perfect for WWE. And for the AEW crowd, he's always stands out because of what his performance, how he works with the crowd and the way he entertains. He's perfect for WWE. However, AEW doesn't like the traditional style of what he does, but they like him. So he resonates with the crowd. It's like he's their Stone Cold, if you want to put it that way. Right. So, like if you're a fan of what the product, you're a fan of him. You know, he embodies them. The thing you would say about a reset, the problem with AEW is they keep resetting with no real direction of where they're going. It's the same thing. And they're failing on the side of entertaining, keeping their crowd, because when MJF came back, he pretty much ended that story with Adam Cole for right now. Adam Cole is still hurt. Right. So, number one, it's stupid to put somebody back out there that's still hurt and he can't wrestle to even get back to this point to close it. You should have just waited until he can come back and they can bring it back up then. So it wasn't necessary. I think it was a dumb move. But however, I think MJF, he is very good. If you give him minimum to work with, he can make a lot out of it. So yes, I think everybody out there watch MJF. He's a great talent. I love him a lot. Check him out, AEW. He's really good.
All right, moving on to our next segment here. Dustin Poirier, in my opinion, because I said this to a couple other people and they don't feel the same way, got his ass handed to him. I know that you guys say that in the third and fourth round he was coming back. If you watched all 5 rounds and you were not a Dustin Poirier fan, he got his ass handed to him, man. It was straight up. What I want to know, though, is in the post-fight interview, he said he wasn't sure if he was done yet. Mm-hmm. And he said that, you know, I might come back and fight some star fights, but I don't think I'll be on regular cards. Kyle, I'm going to start with you. Do you really want to see these old MMA stars come back and get the ass beat all the time?
No, I don't. But I also don't think he got his ass beat.
What?
I think he got his ass beat for about 2 rounds, and he was real close to ending that dude in a guillotine twice. Okay?
I can see why you say that.
He did leave with a torn ACL and a broken nose.
Okay?
And rib.
48
shots and a rib. And a rib.
That's when he said that.
He took 48 fucking shots.
And a broken rib.
And he did not fall down.
Okay.
That boy,
he got fucked up.
Okay.
Whether he stood up or not doesn't
All right.
mean
Okay.
whether he's a rock.
I'm not done watching them fight. There's 3 people in UFC history that have 30 wins, and he's one of them.
So you'd watch him fight again.
100%.
All right.
But with that being said, I think it's going to be a longer road for him.
Yeah.
To get to another big fight, he's going to have to fight 3 or 4 little fights to get to a big fight, and I don't think he has those 3 little fights in him to get to another big fight. So I do think this is the end of Dustin Poirier, and I'm crying about it. I ain't even gonna lie.
All right. I like it. Kunta,
How many shots did y'all say?
48 shots,
head-
and it was significant
Headshots.
shots to the head.
Headshots.
And that's my point.
48
So
shots.
so when he's saying he's not done yet, those was the 48 shots to the head.
He done.
Yeah, he wasn't talking right. I'm just trying to tell you, this
a lot of
dude,
shots.
this dude is done. He ain't
That's
gonna make
10
it.
shots. That's 10 shots every 5 minutes.
But he
Yeah. So
took them shots.
I know, but you can't just keep taking shots.
So-
You're not.
at that age, how many more shots like that can he take? That's the question.
Which one's going to be the light out one?
Yeah. So I think he's done. I think if he's
There's got to be a
Cover.
safety
The
thing.
Yeah, it gotta
second
be.
Islam goes up in weight class, he gonna get his shit rocked.
Teddy, how do you
He
feel
ain't
about
that
this whole
bad.
Dustin Poirier
He
thing?
ain't that bad. Islam.
Yeah, I think to say if you were saying that you're going to stand, that you're going to only fight the big fights, well, that means you had to be in championship contention.
mm-hmm.
So in saying that, and if you are taking a layoff, which is not always a good thing, then no, yeah, you might as well say it's over with. Your better days are behind you than they are in front of you. And considering with your age, yes, all the accolades and achievements you have is great, and we applaud that. There's nothing wrong with that. However, let's be realistic. Like y'all guys are saying, you're up in age. You fought the champion, you come short. So, in this regard, I think it's time for you to go ahead and start moving to Bellator if you want to fight like that. To be honest with you,
See, that's what I was thinking.
yeah, go to Bellator.
Like if
Or
you're
whatever it is now.
an MMA fighter and you're trying to make your way back up, what's wrong with going down to the next division down, like AAA?
Right.
Like baseball, when we get hurt in baseball at the pro level, we go make up some makeup games in AAA, sometimes even AA, depending on the injury. Why doesn't he go down to Bellator and knock a couple fuckers out?
Because he's better than that.
I mean, no.
Period.
Why?
Yes, that is true, but it's like you got to sit there and get some. It's like boxing almost. Like people think with UFC, it's like got to be the money fight every time. Even some boxers have a tune-up fight in between to build up to a big one. So
Yeah.
that's what the problem with UFC is. They try to make every fight the big fight. The 11th ranked guy and the 9th ranked guy is the biggest fight on the card. It's just going to be exciting, but that's not the big fight. So if he did go down to another place, get 2 or 3 fights, and then now he looked like he's informed to get that big fight, then that makes sense. Not just sit around and wait on it. That don't make sense to me.
Yeah.
All right, we are going to the next segment here, and it is brought to you finally, and as far as Kunta is concerned, it's finally brought to you by McIntyre's Bakery, because he's been sitting in front of these cookies all week, and
Yeah.
you know, he's having a moment here.
Oh yeah.
He's been here an hour and 23 minutes. He's
Yes.
He's-
He's right there in my face. It's just
reliably he's Kunta, take it off.
Guys, listen to me.
Do you have one in each hand?
Got 2. I'm doing it with both hands, man. I need both hands.
Pause.
If I can take my damn shoes off and use my feet and toes, y'all see some talent right here at this Mickey Flip.
Pause.
I'm trying to tell you guys, McIntyre's Bakery is just that damn delicious. They're located at 1184 Concord Road in Smyrna, Georgia. Guys, today is a special day. I know my birthday is June 11th, but today I'm celebrating it like it's another birthday in the history, in the making. So, big shout outs to McIntyre's for sending me my birthday care package. I appreciate it. Got all these damn different flavors and donuts and cakes. I'm gonna fucking kill myself up here. So, I appreciate it. McIntyre, y'all simply the best. Those the best words you can say about McIntyre. Simply the best. Guys, get out there. Again, get out there. Get your tasty treats on. Get your fat girl on. Get your fat boy on. They are that damn good. McIntyre, simply the best.
The beaties.
Look at this, y'all. Look.
Boy,
You can't
get
get this shit up.
There's only 3 of us.
Right.
get the beaties over there.
You can't make this
Man,
shit
close
up.
your mouth, fool.
Yeah, see?
Beaties.
There you go.
So I walk into McIntyre's this morning, and they go, DC, did you know it's Kunta's birthday? All right. So, anyways,
Well, you need an insulin shot after that.
I'm just saying
Two insulin shots.
when your sponsor remembers your co-host's birthday, y'all better not forget my fucking birthday, December 4th. You feeding him like that, I better get 3 boxes. I don't want to shout you out.
Shout out McIntyre's.
Week 9 is in the book. Congratulations out to both DC and the sheriff. I told y'all it was going to happen.
Yeah.
I told y'all I'm not going to keep going 5-1 every week. I went 6-0 last week, and so did the sheriff. Teddy and King Kunta. King Kunta 4 weeks in a row at 5-1.
Mm-hmm.
Teddy 3 weeks at 5-1. Hanif went 4-2, and D- very rarely came in last. But as predicted, he did win the poker tournament. He came online last week during the morning show and said he was going to win the poker tournament, and he won the poker tournament. So,
And I think that game was fixed because he was the dealer. So, but I got to go back to the video and see if I see any sudden movement. So it's under review. It's pending right now. So D-, yeah, I got you on camera, buddy.
the views and words of Kunta Kinte are not the views of the B-Fam 1. And the rest of that disclaimer that goes there. After week 9, DC is 41-13. You heard that, did you? 41-13, 76%. I'm gonna beat last year. D- at 36-18 at 67%. Kunta is at 35-19 with Teddy at 65%. Sheriff is at 629, 34-20, and Hanif is Dragon Tail at 32-22 at 59%. The guests are now 13-5 at 722. And Mike, we got another guest in here. Kyle is definitely a baseball fan and definitely a baseball gambler. So I think that 722 might go up a little bit. I have faith in my boy. So at this time, I'm going to tell everybody what Hanif's picks were. Because Hanif's in last. And we go back to front. Pause.
Yeah, thank you.
See, Teddy. See, Teddy, me and you caught that. Kunta, you go back to front or front to back. See, look.
For female, yeah. What you talking about?
Front to back or back to front? I'm asking.
Front to back.
I'm not even saying it's sexual. Are you front to back or back to front? Hey, without that pause, you don't know what I'm talking
I
about.
don't know what you're talking about. So that's why would you say pause though? Now you're in a
See,
situation.
exactly. When I say pause, you know what the fuck I'm talking about now. If I say,
That's
Coach,
what I'm saying. Why would you say back to front?
are you front to back? Pause. Or back to front? Pause. Now you know I'm asking you that question.
I still don't get it.
Teddy, you want to help him?
Yeah, help me out, Teddy.
Right, just like could you imagine like in a normal conversation how it just sticks out the way you said it. You know what I'm saying? He just talked naturally and just said it. You talking about from back to front. Like I was like, hey, yo, wait a minute.
You just walk up to your boy and say, hey man, you back to front or front to back?
Yo.
What are we talking about?
Like the
What,
fuck you just
what
Yeah, yeah, why are you talking about some gay shit now?
exactly.
That's
Now, if I say pause,
It's
what am I
still-
talking about now?
It's still weird.
it's still kind of weird, but yeah.
You know that I'm talking about girls
I'm
now.
talking about girls.
Right. I'm not talking about no gay shit no more.
Right.
That's
okay.
what pause does.
Okay.
Pause is a powerful word.
It is, ain't it?
Yeah, it takes you back with Gator. All right, so Hanif is in last place, 32-22. His picks today for a 6-game parlay. I'm not going to put his cash app up there. No reason to bless him.
We went 6-0 one time.
No.
You
Yeah,
did?
last week.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He did win.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he won the parlay and went 4-2.
Yeah.
So, he hasn't had a good streak
Yeah.
unless he caught 3-3 streaks. I'm just saying, until he comes on the show back again, we're going to bash his ass. And he have call in, he sends his ticks in, whatever.
Yeah.
So Hanif's picks today are the Phillies over the Mets, the Pirates over the Twins, the Rangers over the Giants, the Cubs over the Reds, the Brewers over the Tigers, and the Orioles over the Rays. So Phillies, Pirates, Rangers, Cubs, Brewers, and Orioles. Those are his picks this week. And next up, let's see, that'd be the Sheriff. The Sheriff is still riding with those Yankees. He's just not going to get off those Yankees until he wins with them. He's lost a lot of parlays because of the Yankees. But last week, he went 6-0 last week with me, so I got to give him a shout out. He's moving up the list. He's not last now. Sheriff says Yankees, Padres, Cardinals, Reds, Blue Jays, Pirates. Again, Yankees, Padres, Cardinals, Reds, Blue Jays, Pirates. Kunta, you are in the. No, let's go with Teddy. Teddy, you are in this last group down here. When you see your name and your Cash App up there, why don't you go ahead and try to tell us who's going to win this week?
All right. So I got the Phillies beating the Mets. I have the I'm gonna leave that game alone. Here we go again with these Braves.
Wait a minute.
I'm staying away from them.
What?
Every week they did it again. They did it again. I would have been perfect last week. Anyway, I'm going with the Blue Jays over the A's. Taking the Reds over the Cubs. Taking the Brewers over the Tigers. Taking the Cardinals over the Rockies. And then I'm taking the Guardians over the Mariners.
So basically, everybody's just going to pick any team that plays the White Sox, right? Is that what we're doing this year? Yeah. I mean, we're winning, so might as well do it. So Teddy, again, he's got the Teddy TKO. It's $ TKO B-Town. Cash out. Phillies, Blue Jays, Reds, Brewers, Cardinals, and Guardians. Kunta, I'm going to put your Cash App up there. You don't get no solo layout today, but you up there.
Yeah, no, you already know. So
You up there with Kyle.
I'm finna knock out the number 2 spot right now, and then I'm gonna be working on the number 1 spot. So
You better just work on getting rid of Teddy first.
So this was going on right here. Phillies gonna beat the Mets, Orioles over the Rays, the Red Sox gonna beat the White Sox, Cubs gonna beat the Reds, Brewers over the Tigers, and Guardians over the Marlins. Bam.
One more time.
Phillies gonna beat the Mets, Orioles over the Rays, Red Sox beat the White Sox, Cubs go get their revenge on the Reds, Brewers go beat the Tigers, and Guardians over the Marlins.
All right, and that is $ KUNTAMOSBY. Why?
Because I'm gonna be number 1.
Man.
That's why.
Teddy, what can we say to people that are in number 4 and want to be number 1? Can we just look at them and say work on number 3 first?
I'm tied with them, so I'm in the same category.
Can you go and beat number 2 first? Why you got to go after number 1?
Well,
that's the goal, baby. That's the goal.
It's chain of command, so I'm knocking them out.
I feel like you're not giving D- no respect, like he ain't
I
there.
give him respect, but he gonna respectfully take 3rd, and you gonna respectfully take 2nd.
No.
After a while.
Hey, nobody remembers number 2.
Yeah, no, right.
Nobody remembers number 2.
There it is. The truth finally comes out right there. Nobody remembers.
It's gonna be me and Teddy gonna be battling for the number 1 spot. I predicted it.
Oh, we're calling it right now. Yeah, we both going to
Teddy with you.
Me and Teddy gonna be battling out.
You know what? Just for that, I'm partnering up with D-.
Okay.
Just for that. I'm taking my solo win. But for teams, I'm taking D-, which means Hanif and Sheriff, y'all coming in 3rd. Sorry. All right, so D- sent his picks in. I'm going to go ahead and pick those out here. Kyle, you want to start with your picks, and do you want to tell everybody your Cash App?
I got on Cash App.
Okay, you don't got no Cash App, so nobody can reward you.
I don't need nobody else's money. I got my own money.
I got money. Spoken like a true Clark. We players up in this bitch.
But I don't know if I'm thinking like Kunta or Kunta thinking like me.
Really?
We got 4 out of 6.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, not all the way.
We got 4 out of 6.
Okay, that's all right.
And we picked them not near each other.
I mean,
I'm taking the Phillies over the Mets.
okay,
I'm
Phillies.
taking the Braves over the Nationals.
Oh,
That's just because I'm a fan. I got the itis.
It's a day game,
Day
buddy.
game, man.
It's a day
Two
game.
Braves things. I took the Orioles over the Reds. The Red Sox over the White Sox. I took the Guardians over the Marlins. And instead of the Brewers and the Tigers, I took the Astros over the Angels.
Okay.
All right. So again, Kyle, Phillies.
Phillies, Braves, Orioles, Red Sox, Guardians, Astros.
There you go. D-Minus sent his picks in. He is currently in second place, 5 games out. 5 games out after 9 weeks. People, when I say I'm going to win, I'm going to win. Okay? Now I can let you know I am comfortably in the lead, and I'm feeling very good right now. 5-game lead in 9 weeks. D-Minus says, and his Cash App is up there now. We hope he's having a good time. What is he? Is he on vacation or is it a family thing?
No, I think is it got something to do with bowling or something? Or
Oh yeah, he's bowling. That's right. He's bowling today.
Yeah.
Good luck to D-Minus and Ken the Jet fan. Shout out to them. Good luck bowling today. D-Minus $1980 is his Cash App. He says Phillies over the Mets, Red Sox over the White Sox, Brewers over the Tigers, Guardians over the Marlins. Astros over the A's, and Rangers over the Giants. Man, there's some shit going on.
Yeah,
there's going to be a bigger.
I wouldn't touch that game.
Yeah, there's going to be. I'm going to tell you another thing. You guys got to pay attention to these. When you guys look, and I'm doing gambling. Let me put my Cash App up there. My Cash App's up there. I'm winning. Here's 2 things you need to know, and I'm going to repeat them. Do not bet on the Braves in day games at home. I don't understand it, but Teddy, tell them how accurate I've been.
100% accurate.
100%
every single time.
I don't know why we lose day games at home, but guess what? Today we're not at home.
That's true.
We're not at home today. So, yes, today is definitely a day to ride with the Braves. I'm not, but it has nothing to do with that thing. And the other thing I'm going to remind you, Astros and A's. Both those pitchers that are starting the game have ERAs of 7. I know the Angels suck, but why would you give – there's so many other teams. I don't understand why people are picking the Astros and the A's. Stay away from games that don't make sense. There's – how many games are there, 14 or 13?
Today?
Yeah, I thought that somebody told me
12.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 games.
Yeah.
There are 15 games on this sheet. You only have to pick 6 to win. Stay out of your heart. Oh, the Angels suck, but they're playing the Astros. They're playing the Dodgers, Yankees. Last night it went to 11 innings and it was 2-1. Stay away from those games with your money. Just your money. Stay away from those games with your money. Okay, so you're winning parlay again this week. If you went with me last week, $40 apparel. I got the Phillies. I got the Blue Jays over the A's. By the way, the Phillies, the reason why I got the Phillies over the Met is Rangers Suarez. 1.84. 1.84. 1.84 ERA.
I ain't
And you're
for no fucking Phillies, bro.
Man, Phillies over the Mets, Blue Jays over the A's, Orioles, that stud kid's pitching tonight, Orioles over the Rays, Red Sox over the White Sox, White Sox can't win games. Mariners over the Royals, that stud pitcher that's up there in Seattle, he's pitching tonight, 1.91 ERA. And the Guardians over the Marlins, because we're going down to pick some players out of the Marlins bullpen tonight, probably, before the playpen's over. So, again, Phillies, Blue Jays, Orioles, Red Sox, Mariners, and Guardians. $40 apparel. All right, we're going to our last segment here. One of our favorite ones brought to you. Oh, wait a minute. What's wrong, Teddy?
Sorry to interrupt. We got a little bit of time. I wanted to ask a real quick question about did anybody catch Sexy Red on WWE TV?
Let's go ahead and talk about Sexy Red. Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
Wait. You know, Teddy, give us an update and I'll pull the video up.
Got you. So she appeared last week on NXT. to announce she will be at Battleground tomorrow, 8:00 on the Peacock Network. So she comes out there and she unveils the new women's NXT North American Championship. It'd be a 6-women ladder match. And she came out there and twerked several times. And then she also appeared later on in the show with the champion Trick Williams and Javon Evans in a tag match. And so I was wanting to know, do you guys like something where someone like her is being involved in wrestling?
Hold on, Teddy. We're gonna play the video because there's no fun in asking if we like what's going on unless we can see what it is. So let's go ahead and put it up here. Sexy Red on NXT. I don't know what the video is going to say, so I do not own the right.
So at this time, I would like to introduce the hit-dropping, show-stopping, chain-wearing, baby daddy freeing, the hood's hottest princess,
Baby daddy
Sexy
freeing.
Red.
Hey, I'm sorry, I like Sexy Red.
They don't like that shit.
I'm sorry, man. It'll be her music go hard in the gym.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and she's in a flag.
Yeah, that'll be all right though. At least they covered her up.
This is Sexy
That ass is coming out.
Sexy Red.
Hey, you hear Booker T? I swear he's still on the couch.
Bills paid. The new album in Sexy We Trust dropped last Friday. This is it. Hands on your knees. Can I see it again? Oh, just one more time, Sexy Red. Come on.
So the reason why this sells and the reason why I'm on it is Booker T.
Yes. Oh my God.
Crazy.
Booker T made Sexy Red's dance happen. Great. Kyle, do you want to see Sexy Red in the wrestling ring?
Fuck no.
Why?
Fuck no.
Why?
I barely want to see her on there. What she on?
All right. Kucha.
There's other sexy women in the females wrestling world that could represent it other than Sexy Red,
They
man.
can't do with their ass what she can do.
We don't know that though. They have auditions.
I mean, like if you're wrestling, let's just say she goes out there and she's out there, okay? She's out there with Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
And Rhea Ripley decides to smack that ass.
I mean, it's good entertainment.
It's great entertainment.
It's good entertainment.
As a man, I want to see that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's good
Teddy,
entertainment.
tell me you don't want to see Sexy Red on her belly and like Rhea on her back with her knee and just start popping that ass. You ain't finna shake this no more, bitch.
That's money, yes, because that's exactly what we do. You draw the people in. Now you got new fans of the product, and now they can see the other one. Because NXT, again, with all due respect, have some of the most beautiful women in wrestling. I mean, ever. I've never seen this many women look the way they look, athletic, and they look amazing. And they do have some nice posteriors for some other women on there. And if y'all watch NXT, they do a lot of that.
Why we not saying asses?
Right? Why you?
Hey, remember my kids are watching for me, so I try to be careful.
You know what a posterior is?
Hey, I try to be careful, man. My kids, so they be watching it. All right, ass. They got a lot of ass on
I gotta
NXT.
ask you a question. How old is your youngest daughter?
She's 7.
When Sexy Red comes out and asses start flying or posteriors, do you think your 7-year-old, 6-year-old daughter knows that her ass is flying?
Yes, that's why we don't let her watch it. Anything with like Sexy Red or women shaking their tail, like I only let her listen to her songs. So I don't anything glorifying that. We don't play that in my house or let her watch it. No.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you just know about it.
Yeah.
My granddaughter's 9. I don't encourage her whatsoever to be shaking any asses, but she knows if she glimpses it, she knows what's going on.
Yeah, she knows Sexy Red, don't it?
Right. And I'm pretty sure she know who she is. However, she ain't learning from me or her mom. I'll put it like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely school. We blame the teachers all the time.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go.
Hey, shout out to my favorite teacher, Lisa. She's down there in Biloxi gambling, trying to make us some money. Hurry up and get my money home.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right, next one coming up here. She knows we love her. Coming up here, sponsored by One Condoms. I might need some of those pretty soon. You guys are gonna check that shit out. I'm just like today. right, this segment is brought to you by One Condoms because nobody else has signed up yet, and we're just using another sponsor from another show. This segment's actually for sale. It's called I'm Just Saying. Kunta came to me one day and said, DC, I don't have a segment on this show, and I need to be a part of the show. I said, what do you want to do? And he made this up, and I love it. It's a chance to vent. Just go ahead and say anything you want. Happy, sad, mad. Chance for you to say what you got to say. Teddy, TKO, what are you just saying today?
All right. So thank you for this time right here. I'm just saying that Deontay Wilder.
I saw that one.
Thank you, King. He recently have lost to forgotten my man's name, Zing, right? Zing. But yeah, he got knocked out in the 5th round. Let's just say this: his better days, of course, is behind him. I think he'll have been beaten out 3 times. And so for someone like him, with his career, with his punching power, and what the reason he got into the boxing business, he got into boxing in order to take care and provide for his daughter. And I think as any man, that we commend that, and he has a great career. I would say, man, King, go ahead and rest your head, brother. You have nothing else to prove. We know how great you are, and you've been in this sport. But yet, sir, please just, it's one of those times I'm not always for like the older fighter, keep fighting. You're a young guy, let's be honest. But let's be realistic. You have a beautiful family, have a beautiful daughter. Be there for her. You have plenty of money. And go ahead and venture off and do something else that makes you happy. Go ahead and build your capital, build your kingdom, per se. But Deontay, salute you, King. Appreciate you. And if you continue to keep boxing, hey, man, I still will support you. We love you. However, man, you got to sit down, brother. Protect yourself and be ready for the other half of life. That's what you need to be preparing for. You had a great career, but worry about the other half, and that's being able to enjoy your wealth instead of being in hospital possibly. But you can check me out on the Knockout Hour Monday nights. Me and D Minus will be on that show. And if you want to check out some of my material, it's TKO 336 on all social media platforms.
And I'm going to reiterate, Deontay Wilder got knocked the fuck out last time. He didn't get knocked out. He got knocked the fuck out. And from a smaller opponent. Yeah, I'm with you. Deontay, we appreciate the days. Kyle, your very first one. What are you just saying? Kunta goes last. It's his segment. Yeah, it's his segment. He goes last. Close the show.
Hey, TK, what Kyle trying to do?
Hey, you know what's going to
I swear, like he heard nothing DC said right before he said that.
Go with
Don't come back.
Yeah. Teddy, tell me how this would go down if I didn't let Kunta go last in this segment.
Oh, trust me, behind the scenes, you're going to hear it for the next 10 minutes.
I'm going to hear about being a stepchild, not being part of the show. I don't hear her off. He don't give a shit. He's a real person. When his feelings are hurt, he's going.
Yeah.
So, Kyle, with that said, would you please, for me, go second? I'll go third, but can you please go second?
Yeah. I don't have the stats for this, but I'm just saying. I'm sick and tired of the Braves striking out looking. Swing the motherfucking bat. Swing the damn bat. You going to take it up to the damn box? You going to have it in your damn hand? Swing the damn thing. Quit striking out looking. I'm tired of watching it.
I'm just saying. There it is right there.
Saying.
I'm just saying, shout out. You know what? I got to turn this right here.
Yeah. Sometimes you need those moments.
Sometimes you need these moments right
here.
Come on.
No, you stay right there. I got a chair right here.
Oh, we good. We chilling. I'm still in the camera.
You got to turn the camera right there.
Sometimes
we out the camera.
Sometimes you need to do some things that are nice. And every once in a while, I do some nice rants. Shout out to Critical Role. That's my UBA team. I only bowled 2 times, but it's still my team. And you know what I like about it the most? I bowled with one of the guys that we just whooped. What, did I say whooped? Wait a minute. We just Deontay Wild you. Deontay Wild. The first time we faced you, we beat you 36-4. On the last week of the tournament, where we have to score at least 30 points to make the playoffs, we beat you 36-4 again. Shout out to Critical Role. Great year, second in our district this year. Good luck at the playoffs and go team. High caliber.
Oh man.
Kunta, what are you just saying today? Close out the show, brother.
So I ran across this story right here, and for all you people out there that thought or even think that you're in the clear with the PPP funds, you're not. They are still taking down people from the COVID-19 relief fund.
That's crazy.
Former Atlantic City attorney, what's that? Shaletta Robinson or something. She got 7 years. Mind you, she's a 62-year-old lady. She got 7 years in prison for mishandling using funds. It's $15 million in paycheck and the $15 million whatever protection fan whatever. She stole $15 million in PPP funds. So for all you people out there that did that shit illegally, they're still taking down people. It's gonna take some time, but it's a matter of time at this point.
In other words, if you fake the funk, they coming.
They coming.
How long do you think it'll last? How long? I'm being honest here. How long do you think this will last for?
I think it was a bill passed for the next 10 years.
I was going to say 10 years.
It's 10 years.
I would give you 10 years to catch up. You're talking about billions of people.
Billions of people.
To research billions of people, to find the people that stole money. 10 years.
And we all know the government. They do not like getting fucked. They'll fuck you, but they don't like getting fucked.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Because they're making. How old was she?
She's 62.
62 years old, and she got 9 years. She's gonna be in
7 years.
7 years. She's gonna be in jail till she's 69 years old. Do you know what they get for that? They get money every day.
Yeah, I get money every day.
Plus, she has to pay restitution too, right?
Restitution too, yeah.
Golly.
Yeah. So, hey, people out there. So I know.
Hey, what do you think? You think is there a program where you can call yourself in early?
You can, but you still gonna get got.
I mean, you know you're gonna get a lesser sentence.
Yeah, they'll plea up.
Yeah.
Some real talk though, man. Like I could have done that. I was running the business at that time, and everybody was coming at us like, "Hey, man, take the money, take the money." No, you know what you did, and I'm sorry. Like that is a crime, dog. Because come on, like I could have done that, and then y'all would be like, "Oh, TKO, he ain't gonna be on the show no more because I'm getting locked up."
Not unless you get a cell phone from jail, but if you get a cell phone from jail, you better be here on Mondays. Because ain't nobody else doing your fucking stuff, okay?
Right, but yeah, I don't understand that either, bro. Like,
Yeah, I understand it, man.
Money.
And there's a lot of people that really needed that money, and just goes to say that even these companies that was getting these funds that did have a company, they wasn't paying those employees properly either. They need to get handled too. So go ahead. So
all right, so Kyle's got a question. What do you got?
This is the guest relations. What do you call it?
Question.
Question.
Okay. All right.
Guest relations question.
Yeah.
I want to know what Kunta, Dave, and TKO up here. What y'all got to say about this Jake Paul, Mike Tyson thing?
I mean, I just
I'm glad you brought that up.
Had a damn.
they just
ulcer.
got a new date.
That boy just got an ulcer. He's 56 years old. They moved the damn date from next week to the day before or the week before Thanksgiving.
I'm
It'll
down.
be in November.
I want to see him fight.
Still on Netflix?
Kill that.
Yep.
No, he can't. Do you know the
What
contract?
you talking about, King?
I think
In the
that's why I think they redid it. I think that's what the part of it is. I think they redid that contract.
Yeah,
I
if
would
they redo the
definitely say that
contract,
too.
that's
Yeah,
different.
that's what I think it is.
Third contract, if Mike Tyson knocks him out in the first round, he makes no money, $0.
Mhm.
Second round, he makes like $1,500.
No, I'm talking about Jake Paul knocking Mike Tyson out.
No, he's
That
not.
ain't gonna happen. That,
No.
ain't,
What you talking about?
No, he's not.
that ain't gonna happen.
Number one, I don't think he had an ulcer. I think
Bet good.
I think he did that purposely
Because
Mhm.
it's out of contract.
because of the
I
contract.
think so too, because I seen the same thing come out about it. I was like, yeah, it's
So I got another one. We got 6 minutes here. I
Yeah,
got
what's
one better than Mike Tyson. There's
What's that?
more controversy up. Remember back in the day when you had the Crips in the blood
Mhm.
and you couldn't wear the red bandana or the blue bandana?
Mhm.
Well, the shit's not over yet.
What?
You ready for this?
Oh,
I heard about this one.
Just announced today.
Yeah, I told this.
In the Brazil game, when the Eagles go over there to play the Packers, both teams are green and white, correct?
Nobody.
They're not allowed to wear any green in their uniform colors.
None.
You know why? because a rival gang there has said, no, you're not wearing our colors.
Where is that?
In Brazil.
In Brazil.
Now we got 2 NFL teams, and here's the NFL. The NFL says that the players will remain in their rooms during all non-game time events. They're not going to go out and they're not allowed. They're getting police escorts to the game and back and to the airport because a gang has said, no, green are our colors. You're not coming in here to represent a team in our fucking hood.
So this is my question: are the gangs in Brazil that bad?
Yes.
Really?
The gangs in Brazil are telling the government that we're going to fuck them up. And the government's saying, hey, we're going to warn them. And that won't happen.
Wow.
Yeah.
So just think about that. Y'all worried about the Bloods and the Crips here. They don't control the government.
So
They might work with the government, get some paychecks, but they don't control it.
Yeah.
Where they can say, the NFL's coming to Brazil for the first time ever. And they're saying you can't wear your team uniforms here.
Yeah.
Because our rival gangs will shoot you.
They can wear their uniform, but they can't have no green.
Right. So you're going to see the Packers against
The Eagles.
the Eagles, and there's going to be no green on the field.
That's crazy.
So what colors? You're an Eagles. And remember now, we're talking about regular fans here.
Yeah.
We're talking about Eagle fans.
Eagle fans, yeah.
So Eagle fans that want to go to Brazil,
They can't wear.
they're going to wear
I'm
green.
not going to Brazil.
Philly fans,
Oh shit!
you ain't telling
not
a
going.
Philly fan. And if you think no Philly fans are going to the Brazil game, guess again.
Yeah, they some dumbasses.
I'm just saying, if I'm a Raiders fan and we're going to Brazil and I'm following all the games, who wouldn't want to watch go play our team in Brazil?
I'm not going to Brazil. If it's that serious about it, they want to shoot the team. I ain't going.
They shoot anyone dressed in green that's on a team or a gang or a member. If you're a member and you're in green, you're violating them.
Yeah.
But that's my thing too. Ain't nobody paying you to come down there and watch that game either. So you can stay at home and be safe and support them from home. That's stupid.
So what do y'all think somebody's gonna get hurt?
Yeah.
Who's it gonna be?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fan.
No, you think it's a fan?
It's gonna be a fan.
Think about
It's
the
gonna be a
player.
fan.
It's gonna be a fan.
We got, yeah, it'll probably be a fan.
It's gonna be a fan.
It'll be a fan.
Yeah, it'll be a
This is gonna be
fan.
the worst thing the NFL did going forward at this point.
Why,
because
yeah,
if you-
that's my
Why
thing.
don't they pull out?
Pull
I
out.
mean,
exactly. This is
yeah,
dumb.
you can't wear my uniform there. Fuck you. You're not getting any money. I'll go somewhere else. Don't they realize that we're bringing money to Brazil?
Or how much money they getting? It's something else to this though. It's something.
Well, the gang's not.
They're trying to expand too, because you got to imagine any city they're trying to put this in. They're trying to make football worldwide. So if you're doing that and that's a problem, that's stupid. Then realize, cut your losses.
Go to a
and
different
move out.
country.
Yeah, it's a waste of time.
Or do you pay the gang?
Yeah.
If you're the NFL, do you go to the gang leaders and say, "Hey, what's it going to cost to put our?" I mean, you already got to pay the government.
Truce.
You're paying the government to come to Brazil. What do you think it would cost, or what would be wrong with just paying the gang leaders off? Say, look, we need to wear our colors here to represent.
Don't even go over there because you're putting your fans in harm's way.
All
And
right,
then look at the NFL merchandise, and now teams got to change their colors and/or say the fans of them teams they never could be there. So who's really benefiting? Brazil ain't benefiting. They're the one benefiting. America ain't benefiting from this sport.
and then I'm going to tell you another thing because Teddy just brought it up. We got 2 minutes here. Here's another thing that's going on as far as overseas. The Mets and the Phillies have a game today in England. Guess what England's doing? And MLB. They're marketing a new set of gear that you can wear. When teams go over to other countries, you can buy those teams' jerseys from England. But here's the downside. If you buy the jersey from today's game, guess who's on the jersey? Well, the Phillies are on one side, and the Mets are on the other side. So in other words, let's just say that the Dodgers and the Yankees, the two most or the Yankees and the Mets, go to England, and you're a Yankees fan. You're not coming home with half a Mets shirt just because you went to England.
So would you not buy it?
I'm asking you. You're a Giants fan. The Giants are playing the Mets today in England. The only jersey that's available to represent the day you're in England is half Giants, half Mets.
I would buy it and put it in the frame.
But you're not wearing it. I'm with you. I'll keep it as a keepsake.
It's a keepsake.
All right.
I do it like
I might buy it in Kunta's relation. What about you, Teddy? Teddy, the Cowboys are playing the Eagles. No, the Giants. The Giants. That's even worse.
I'll buy it. I'll buy it, but I wouldn't wear it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So in other words, it's a keepsake thing. People aren't going to wear
And
it.
you might get it signed. It's a bonus if you get it signed by somebody.
All right, well, I'll be back here next week at 10 a.m. I don't know who the guest is, but I know all the boys will be back. D-minus here. Kunta, you're out next week, or is that true?
Yeah, I'm out. Family reunion next week.
Family reunion next week, so we're going to have some guests in here, and we'll see y'all next week for DC, TKO, D-minus, and King Kunta. I am DC. Get Money Sports. Clap for DC. We're out of here. Take y'all next week, 10 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Go see this week.
You know who made